How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and today we are getting back into Bayonet. I have with me this incredible crew, and we'll be introducing them in just a moment. But first, some announcements. If you didn't know, there's 3 campaigns that are streamed weekly. And you can get caught up on the Longshot YouTube account and join our community on the Discord. Our phenomenal sponsor, Modern Artifice, makes incredible artisanal dice. If you are looking for a new dice set, you head on over there. You'll find something dank for sure. And if you use the code LONGSHOT, you'll get 10% off. And a little bit of that goes in my pocket as well. It's a fantastic way to support me and get a new, and support the show and get a new set of clickety clacks. It'll be great. Last we left off, the party got into this swanky party. A very nice, aristocratic meeting. This Carta family is having a private party in response to a different noble family having a parade. The parade is very pro-sovereign, and that family seems to be pushing a narrative, trying out new methods of controlling the populace as they are put in place by the tyrant. Carta seems to be doing a whole other shindig, and as the party has moved through the space, they've seen liaisons to the criminal element. They've caught glimpses of Orta and discovered that she puppeteers other members of the family. The family themselves have these specific horns that you'll find amongst them, as well as other members who have had these horns implanted into their skulls. The dance in the middle of the room seems important and arcane in some way, as Azalea was able to confirm after manipulating the memory of Lauren Carta, who was running up the glass eye as that person was running in fear, stumbled into that dance and seemed to be forced to dance along and was humiliated thoroughly. Let's go to the party. Drax, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself, a bit about Azalea?
I am Drak, or Drakoniques. I'm also Drakoniques, it's Drakoniques. Just added .h.io if you want to find my police guy there. But I'm playing Azalea, who's a Shalakai elf, and I'm a warlock paladin, and a member, a native of Warren Oed, and a member of the Held Breath.
Excellent. Would you like to pick who goes next?
Okay, yeah, Andy.
No. Hi everyone, I'm Andy, also known as ValveMax 010 on the rest of the internet. You can find me on TikTok and other such places. I mainly just do little goofs and gags, little memes. I enjoy doing that. And I'm coming back to reprise the role of Pierce Ashwalker, a human blood hunter. I just realized that might be the first time I've ever told everyone that he's a blood hunter, and so I apologize for any confusion. Yeah, he's kind of like the straight man, but less so than Azalea. He's just in this huge clusterfuck, and he's just going along with as much as he has to get back home. That's where he's at mentally. Metro!
I'm Puff! Metro Mike on everything, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I do special effects and I play RPGs. I'm Puff. I am a Heron, just a 2-foot tall, chunky medicine ball of fur who likes to punch things and keep it light. He's too serious. Everybody's too serious. Gotta make sure to just, break the tension every once in a while. Also super confused on like everything that's going around because nobody's really filled him in on anything. So he's just piecing things together as it goes.
Excellent. And for the party, is the music good? Question mark. It's all kind of, it's not too loud. Okay.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Valve, real quick, let's talk about your arm.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the mechanical blades that you can get? They started up in 5th edition. I don't know if they had prior versions of themselves, but
The arm blades?
yes, it's Wolverine style. You can summon a singular long blade. To summon it will cost a bonus action. However, when you do this, because it is woven into your flesh, you can activate one of your Crimson Rights at the same time. And to switch up Crimson Rights if you needed to, it would be this bloody, like, resheath, reload animation. If you follow, just the blade comes back out bloody. And my favorite part of this arm, I waited to tell you to show you on stream.
Oh boy. He's got it. Shenanigans.
You get a physical, because you're a beat 'em up, stab 'em physical type. You get a physical counterspell. At 30 feet, if you see someone casting a spell, you can use your grappling hook to go to them. They will then need to make the saving throw as if it were counterspell. You can do this as many times per long rest as you have your proficiency bonus.
Jeez.
Out here rocking freaking Melania's sword from Elden Ring.
It does move you to them.
Okay.
If they are...
And that's a reaction?
Yes.
Okay. Within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy
Fancy.
work. Crazy work.
So fancy.
Your grapple works at 60 feet, generally.
Before the effects of this, only 30.
The reaction is 30 because it require 60 feet away would take too long. Is how I'm kind of
Right.
schmoozing that.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Yeah, no. Good to know. That's insane. Let's do it.
Excellent. The party watches the last of Lauren Carta's pride fall away from him, and as the scorn of the rest of the crowd takes in this humiliating scene that Azalea has kind of concocted. If what Lauren was telling you was true, Azalea, you just dealt the glass eye a hard enough blow that likely you have taken care of the glass eye. You also learned something interesting from your conversations with Lauren. Carta has a quota, a certain amount of death of the common folk, of the Commonwealth, I think the term is, demanded by the sovereign. You also went on to learn that after the slaughter of the tens of thousands out in the interim, there was no order from the sovereign to stop meeting quota. And so Lauren took that initiative. Some people hesitated, some people stopped. Lauren took the initiative with the glass eye and saw it as this big opportunity to stand out to the sovereign. The dance gets a bit more fervent, and as the music swells and a lot of the attention returns to the dance. Not all of it. Some people continue with their conversations.
We're waiting for Query, but they're the one that's like kind of conducting right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will turn to Puff and Pierce. We can't really talk to Query while they're up on stage there, so I suppose we can just try to blend back into the crowd.
You want me to impress them with my sick dance moves?
I don't think you want to be on the dance floor. It definitely
Yeah.
seems of magical and arcane origin.
What if you willingly decide to dance? They don't look. Do they look like they're in pain?
Make an insight check, and you can also like ask around a bit if you would like.
Yeah, because I'm just like, if you willingly go in, obviously Lauren going in was against his will, so he's going to actively be trying to fight the dance. But if you chose to go in, I'm like, would that cause pain? The 14.
You don't see pain in their stances. You see exertion. You see like a lot of like these people are sending it. They're dancing hard. They seem to be in a fervor of a kind. There's one or two people there, however, that have wide eyes and are looking around at things unseen, particularly downwards.
I'm gonna relay that to them.
Yeah, so I will say with the extra information, I still don't think you should dance.
I mean, like,
Hearing... Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, Pierce.
I was just gonna say, hearing Puff relay that information to us, could I take a look at everyone's shadows?
Yeah, make a perception check. Absolutely.
His
Start
post
looking
thought
around
process
fervently.
is Lord Garta already knows we're not supposed to be at this party, so like,
You think that, and you look across, because Orta's here, in part, and make an insight check.
I'm great at those.
I rolled so poorly.
Oh,
That was
no.
a 6.
Start looking at shadows. The issue is a lot of reflective sources here. And it just, with a 6, it's really hard to keep track of like surfaces, let alone the shadows. It's with a 6, you're not really you don't really catch anything of particular note. What'd you get, Puff?
Nat 20. I take back all of the doubt I had.
Yeah. You casually catch a glimpse and study for a bit, Orta Carta. You study the shadow. There doesn't seem to be a sign of alarm to y'all's presence at all. It's
We'll
not
relay
faked,
that.
but you're able to discern that Orta Carta did not have suspicions that you did not belong here.
Oh,
They
okay.
believed that she believed that y'all were new. They didn't recognize you. And after, just with a casual remark, she's probably gonna kill a servant later, part of the staff later.
Oh yeah, because of Pierce, right?
Doesn't mean.
All right, I'll.
Which shows a ruthlessness, but you were more of a curiosity than
Okay.
than something that could be of danger.
I was gonna like look be peering across, like nonchalantly being like, okay, you might be right, Celia. I'm dumb.
No, you're not. But it's fine.
What do you want to do? What do you guys want to do? I'm on edge. Whatever we gotta do, I vote we go do something. I don't like standing here.
I think we should just blend back into the crowd. Maybe go speak to some people until we can get to query.
Okay.
Seems like they're treading off at some point. They did with your Harrington friend. So
Any other high-profile folks that we should talk to in the meantime?
Wait. I got. Come on.
I want to go and try and introduce them to Austin because
Oh,
he
okay.
knows them. Like he knows Query, so they might be able to arrange an introduction.
Austin has started up on a dice game at one of the standing tables, and as you run up along the side of it, Puff, you kind of join the table, and him and another individual of the with no horns of any kind, a E1T, a snake person, has their own dice that they're kind of rolling. Austin Athens is going to go, "Oh, it's good to see you again.
Hi, Austin. Are you winning?
We're just getting started."
May I?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
may we?
Have you
I
got
looked,
some knuckle? Have you got knuckle dice?
Knuckle dice? I do not. No.
I don't. Do you have a spare set that I can borrow?
Let me talk to the barkeep real quick. As he turns and walks, he sees the other two of you, and he kind of nods before stepping aside. The E1T steps forward and goes, "Okay, listen now. This is
I'm
a
listening.
game of cheating. Every one of these dice that I've got is loaded, but not in a way that you know. Some might roll higher than they might. Some might roll lower than they might. Aye. Some prefers the evens or the odds." And he goes on to tell you a numbers game that you get essentially 3 rounds, best of 3, and you learn over time the other person's dice. And so you gamble on likelihoods, essentially. And I don't have it down perfectly.
So it's like Pirates of the Caribbean liar.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But the additional thing is that everyone has their own custom loaded dice.
Oh. Sounds good.
So it's expected that everyone has their own, like, I'm rolling all lows, or I'm a player that rolls real low all the time, or something like that. But he knows that, so his predictions are affected by that, right? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take a seat as
Okay.
I
I
kind
got
of
a pretty
look
good
at
sleight of hand.
I'll take a seat as well, and if I can, I will activate one of my mutagens. And what you guys will see is you'll see the cylinder portion of the arm slide up, and inside are multiple vials of different colored serums. And I'll kind of just click my wrist like that, and it will start rotating before it locks and one is in place, and it'll shut again, and you'll hear like a small hiss as steam escapes from the rig. And you will see the split of the irises into the multicolored versions of themselves.
Whoa.
Again. One red, one blue, one green, one gray, as my percipient mutagen takes effect. I have advantage on wisdom checks now, but I have disadvantage on charisma checks.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
You got a whole arm full of glow sticks, Pierce.
They're not exactly glow sticks. They're mutagenic formulas. You've seen me use them. This is just this is Atticus's work. He made this arm, I guess, specifically for me.
That is
So I need to.
most impressive.
Yeah.
Do you
Pierce is a
happen to
pretty
be
impressive guy.
Do you happen to be in the market for poisons? Ah, thank you. And he's gonna take a drink from Lauren, who's going to round around the table and actually hand out 3 sets of dice for everybody.
Well, not typically, but are you? And I'll just take a sip of my drink.
My stock in trade, you could say.
You got a
Interesting.
card?
No.
He's gonna hand you.
God, you, Pierce.
He's gonna hand you a large metal disc, with It's not,
it's
that, it's
just
not that
like
large.
this,
Okay.
It's a sample tray of the poisons. It's like
nice.
it's like an hors d'oeuvre tray.
It
It's really
shows.
easy to read.
It shows. It's got like a traditional skull and a knife going through it, and stuff like that, with like a blood drop underneath the knife, kind of chiseled onto one side. And on the other side, it shows a map of one of the floors, and a hole is punched through the coin to the location on the map where the shop is.
Thanks.
Block that. Thank
If
you.
we're going to be betting, I think we should introduce ourselves. Hi. And I'll reach a hand out to Austin first. I'm Talia Ethelvet.
That's quite the name. You can call me Austin.
Austin.
Relatively sure this is the accent I gave him
Yeah.
last week.
It's like
I always forget to
equal-
write down accents.
I remember it.
I'm Puff. But he's going to say that to the E1T.
It is well, Matt's friend. He's gonna reach out to shake your hand.
Just shake his hand and just like, I'm gonna roll perception to make sure he's not up to anything weird.
Okay.
18.
That's the sound a sneaky snake would make.
Yeah, I'm like, you just said he was a poison dealer. I'm not shaking this man's hand without being on the fence.
You notice he's got long sleeves on, and as he goes to shake, you see a little mechanism, like a little hook latch, and he goes to shake your hand. It doesn't activate the latch, but you note its existence. You're good, buddy. You going for a handshake or not?
But yeah, I go for the handshake.
Okay, he shakes your hand, and that's about it. You do notice that kind of hook mechanism under his sleeve. I am Arnile. And it is well, Matt.
Well,
Pierce. Sorry, I was the only one who hadn't,
no, you're good.
introduced myself.
A brief
Pierce,
mental
my
discussion
name's-
between the two of you. Oh, it's lovely to meet you.
What are we betting?
Well,
Or is it just for fun?
we don't go much in for monetary things. We like to put fun things on the table. It's the only way that any of them ever feel anything.
Do you have examples? This is the first time I've been in such noble company.
Well, I've got a seed. And he puts a small pouch on the table. It is said to be of the fruit of a world tree.
I like to do an insight check as
Sure.
they say this. I'm gonna read them. 17.
17. He keeps one hand on the table, as if he needed to snatch it back in a jolt. He's ready to do so. He believes it has some value.
Okay.
Arnile is mostly blue, with a singular black scale swath swirling down the center, kind of boa constrictory. His flaps, though, he kind of keeps like wrapped inwards, and so he has this kind of like overfold of those like urban tech wear jackets you see, but it's like this blue scaled composition, almost as if he like keeps his chin hidden, you know.
Puff's gonna be like, I'll see your seed and raise you a different seed. And he's gonna reach into his bag and pull out a pumpkin seed
Okay.
and be like, this is a pumpkin seed.
A bump.
Because I'm assuming, yeah, so I found it off of some one of those other worlder peoples. It was in a pouch that had, I don't know what a pumpkin is, but it's a other world seed.
Arnile kind of looks about as you say this, and almost looks nervous.
I want that world seed.
Austin kind of leans over and goes, "Now's not the great time to be admitting you've got connections to Outworlders."
I don't. I just found it off a dead
On
one.
a dead one, yeah, dead one. Vegetation from the outside. It's not bad. I wouldn't call it a world tree level of impressive. I'm just saying.
All right, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna have a piss match comparing seeds. All right.
Like, whose seed's bigger than whose?
It's not about comparison, it's about what they're capable of. I, for one, found a very pretty rock. And he puts it down on the table, and it appears to be a mundane rock. It is cracked open. Some quartz are in the inside, so it's got kind of
Like a
that pretty...
geode?
Yeah, it's like a geode.
I think as seeing Austin put on a pretty rock, I go, okay, if we're just putting down stones, I'll reach into my satchel and I pull out an orb. Basically, it's arcane focus. And I'll set that down in the center.
Well,
There's an appreciative ooh orb.
Fancy orb.
Circle.
I have, and all of a sudden he's like rummaging through his bag that is completely like not organized whatsoever, and he's just trying to dig for something like interesting. And he'll pull out the vial of necromantic ink or necrotic ink that he scavenged. He goes, well, this looks like regular ink, but it's got some cool properties that honestly are... I don't want to get rid of this thing. But, I mean, if we're anteing up, I guess I have
I was
to.
expecting the rune, the dragon bone.
The Ewanti's eyes bug a little.
I forgot about that.
And he goes, that sounds delightful. I would love to see what I could do with such a thing. And he's going to pull out a cigarette and start smoking it. And his eyes just kind of staying on the necromantic ink.
Are we allowed to smoke in here?
I did not ask.
Oh, okay.
You do remember that one of the staff quickly had put out a cigarette as you guys had walked up. So he might.
But it is the staff. This is a guest.
All right, shall we play?
Let's play. Just go easy
Wait.
on me. This is my first time playing anything like this.
Is it
Well, I
winner
want that
takes
orb.
all? How does this work?
Oh, it's winner takes all, boyo.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I want that rock.
As,
Puff doesn't want to give away that he wants the Wordle Tree seed.
as Austin says that, I'm gonna cast Hex on Austin. Because it's an enchantment spell, I don't have any verbal or somatic components, so I just kind of take my dice and start shaking them in my hand.
Okay.
And just cast Hex, and they're gonna have disadvantage all charisma checks and saving throws.
All charisma checks and saving throws. All right. So how this is gonna work? We're all gonna roll a sleight of hand,
Okay.
and then we'll have increasing. We can. I pose it to you guys. I haven't really thought it through. I'm thinking increasing difficulty of sleight of hand, but history checks are made to lower the difficulty.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, okay, in that case, I'll put disadvantage on all their dexterity checks.
Okay, I like it.
Puff's gonna look at Azalea and just like, those are really nice dice, and then he's gonna itch the side of his head trying to signal that we should probably link up to telepathy.
I will. I think when I see that, I will. I think I'm already in your head. I think the moment like we pick up our dice, I'm already in.
Yeah, I'm like making sure that just in case you have to recast that.
So how about this, gang? So it's a contested sleight of hands.
Okay.
Whoever gets the highest wins the round. I was thinking 1v1, that's why I said 3 rounds. But I would say in this case it would be the first to 3 points
3 points
takes the cake.
Works. Yeah.
Okay. So, first contested sleight of hand. Everyone roll your sleight of hand. And don't forget you have bonuses from Drax.
What are the bonuses from Drax?
Do I have one? No, I gave Austin disadvantage.
Oh,
I don't
thank
think
you.
I gave any bonus.
No, he didn't give us bonuses. He
My
just made
apologies.
one person suck.
Okay, Austin rolls a 12 at
I
disadvantage.
also rolled a 12.
I rolled a 24.
I rolled a 10.
15 from the E1T. Can anyone beat a 15?
I got 24.
24. First point goes to Puff.
I got +6 to sleight of hand, so I'm
You're
pretty good.
All right. So let's do. How do we make the history checks count? Let's do this. For the round, the DC will get lower progressively.
What? I guess what is the DC? I thought are we not? Isn't it contested rolls? So what DC is
For the history checks. Because the
Okay.
idea of the game is that you're learning the other player's cheat dice
Okay. Yeah.
and then predicting what the numbers will be.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to have just one of us, because we're all telepathically roll the history? Because then at that point it would just be whoever's got the highest history.
I'll just give everyone advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Round 2. Sleight of hands.
Sleight of hand again. Okay.
It's another 24.
Okay.
18's for days.
Not as good as 7.
I got a 19.
All right. And now we make our history checks.
I'm not good at those. This is where I'm gonna
I
fail.
have advantage on that. Okay. An
The 15. Not good.
What'd you get, Andy?
27.
Jesus.
It's Puff and Pierce's job to get high numbers. It's my job
Yeah.
to make sure that others get low numbers. That's what
okay
I'm
with
here.
this.
It's
Teamwork.
my job to get high numbers when it comes to mental things.
And what did you get, Pierce, on your sleight of hand?
A 19.
19. Okay. I'm gonna have to iron out exactly how to play this game. I'm realizing it. I made it more complicated on the way in than I intended to. But for now,
It's fine.
let's stick to the sleight of hands. And then I will incorporate the history checks later.
Okay.
So second point goes to Puff.
It's gonna be a shutout.
Yeah.
Next roll.
I lied. I got an 8.
Not good.
I got an 8.
Too.
What'd you get, Pierce?
8.
Okay. Azalea?
I got a 4.
Oh no. Gang.
Can't win every point.
Arnile takes a point. He goes, I want that ink, and I have a keen mind when I set it to it. Roll again.
Side hand again?
We rolling
Sleight
history
of hand.
checks?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna forgo the history right now because I don't know how to incorporate it, but I want
There's
to
a 20.
incorporate it.
22.
Okay.
17.
7.
Puff gets his third point and takes the pot. Nicely done.
Does this little like shimmy? He's like, oh yeah. Takes his little paws and just like scoops the entire pot. He's just like,
Good game.
Loud music begins playing outside as the as Query's music ends and the parade officially comes to its zenith outside. And quickly the band picks back up. Or I say the band. Quickly a band comes from a different room out the side and sets up kind of a quartet and starts playing some music. As the Harangon Austin, who only had a cool rock in the pot, doesn't care too much that he lost and turns around and starts applauding the Alliance member, who takes a quick bow, and soon all the dancers leave the dancing hall. Not the hall, the floor. And there's a bit of bustle and confusion as Arnile says, well done. If ever you would like to part with that necromantic ink, you know where I am. I will buy it off of you.
sounds good.
It was
I'll consider
lovely
it.
to meet you all. And he's gonna
You as well.
clap Austin on the shoulder and walk away. Austin turns back and goes, well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. And then I look at Azalea. You wanted to ask him something.
Yes. I actually, above table, is it known that Query is it like, not publicly known, but publicly known amongst the nobles that Query is the connection between Alliance and Carter?
Probably not common
Okay,
knowledge.
okay, cool. Okay.
Good thinking.
Yeah. I would love to get like an audience with that Query over there. Puff told me that you're acquainted with them in some way already, so I thought maybe you could be the one to do the introductions for us.
Are you in a bit of trouble? If you don't
Yes,
mind my
yeah.
asking.
Sort of. If you don't mind, I don't want to go into too much detail, but I thought I've heard that Query's the one to speak to about it.
He's gonna turn to you, Puff, and in your shared language say, what's he on about? I can make you the connection, but what's this?
And Puff's gonna be like, he's gonna undercut it. Okay, don't make it weird. He's just kind of got really impressed by the performance. He's just kind of become like a super fan, and he just wants to meet him.
I rolled deception.
You got
Heron
this.
gun,
You
so
got it.
nobody else.
Yeah, no, I don't hear this.
And 19, let's go.
Okay, nice. That beats his passive insight of 17. And he's going to go, oh, a fan.
Oh, I need to roll real quick. Just in this moment, if I just immediately catch on. 22, yeah, I immediately catch on. There's like, I think Puffy notices like a slight like flick of the eyes to Puff before going back to Austin going, and then very quickly you see them take on a almost embarrassed demeanor. And so, yes, I didn't. Puff, yes, I'm a fan.
It's you don't gotta be embarrassed. It's fine.
I'll call her over. Don't like embarrass me.
I promise I won't be weird about this.
Also, I'm gonna take it on the
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Alance sees the greeting and begins to move over, but not before Orta steps up and starts having a conversation with her. It looks to be the usual, wow, you did so good, well done, you know, your check will be in the mail, you know, kind of a thing, kind of a conversation. When Orta suddenly stalls and puts one foot back before her eyes roll into the back of her head, and Cuirassier reaches forward and catches her, and some people quickly move forward to take a hold of her, and a bunch of people kind of get in the way to kind of block view, you know, just kind of crowd the area a little bit, before Query extricates himself out of this crowd and then walks over.
Do I hear anybody in the middle of that circle? Like, do I read anything of them speaking about this exchange?
Oh man, yeah. You catch snippets of heard words from the hushed conversations because you're not right up on them, because you have to be able to hear it. So you're gonna get bits of pieces here and there, if they're actively trying to be, you know, hush hush about it. But you get, there wasn't a scheduled, what could they want? Now, of all times? Surely they're aware that it's about making a statement. It's about making a statement. It's about making a statement.
That's the other thing is, even if I'm deafened, I can still read some transcriptions because the cuff's what's hearing at me.
Right, but if the voice doesn't get to him, then it doesn't get to him, is what I'm saying, because it's a loud, crowded room.
Oh, that yeah, because it says even if I'm deafened,
away.
as you can sometimes read the transcriptions of sounds that are otherwise inaudible. And I'm like, that is
right, but if the sound
confusing.
doesn't make it to the
yeah, because I don't know how far we are from them.
Yeah, you're in a crowded party. There's music. There's a banquet. There's a parade outside. There's a lot of people in the way, and they're whispering. So so you're picking up on snippets.
Yeah, because I was making sure that it's not something along the lines of like, oh, they're like misinterpretation of what the item does. We're good.
No, I don't think so.
That's confusing. Okay, I will pocket that, and then because there's still, I'm assuming Austin's still standing next to us. I'll just telepathically tell Lazalia
Sure.
and be like, what this means.
So Query quickly moves to the crowd, gets up to the table, and just goes, "Whew."
What happened? Is everything okay? Oh, I'm sorry. And I reach out a hand. I'm just gonna like play up this embarrassed fan vibe. I'm Talia Effavet. You did incredible up there.
Talia Effavet. Thank you so much. It's so nice to hear appreciation, especially when someone just learns of one's work. Or have you been following me for some time?
I'll be quite honest, this is my first time and I was captivated.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I get advantage. Hell yeah, that advantage is great. 23.
Let's go.
Nice.
Love to see it.
She reads you for a moment and then goes, "Thank you so much, dear."
I would love to talk more about your work. Do you always just perform here? Do you perform anywhere else that I could find you?
I'll be honest with you. My love for my music and my craft has had to take a bit of a backseat as my other works take precedence. But when I get the chance, I make my appearances amongst the aristocracy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I realize I've just entirely monopolized your time. These are my friends, Hiss and Puff.
I'm Puff.
Well met indeed. Our friend here just simply wanted to bask in your glory for a few minutes. I know we're taking up all your precious time and there's much to be done, but thank you for coming over and making a connection. Of course. She kind of pauses to see if there's anything else.
I was just so I'm one of the newer noble houses, and so this is my first real I suppose this is my first real party with some of the higher ups.
And you've got someone
is there
taking care of you in case you drink too much?
Oh, yes.
That'll be me.
Yeah, that's why.
Looking into your 4 pupils. Goodness. Looks down to Puff. What a curious trio you make.
Yes, I will be honest, I just needed someone who could, like you said, make sure I'm okay if I drink a bit too much, and these two are the best I could find, and honestly, the best that there is if I'm not going to brag a bit too much there.
Huh. She looks to Pierce. Are you worthy of praise?
Uh-oh.
I tend to veer on the humble side of things, in all honesty. It's a pleasure to serve Talia in everything that they need. Pierce is at this point is just trying to kind of play up the bodyguard thing. He's trying not to talk too much, but he's finding that the more attention that is on him, the more nervous he's beginning to get.
Bemusement over you kind of tripping over yourself a bit. And you all have fresh faces. It's refreshing. I'll talk to you all later. Find me again, Azalea. Yes?
Question, did they say Azalea, or was that a step up from you?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, cool.
Talia.
Because that would definitely trigger Azalea.
So sorry. So sorry.
Azalea would have immediately attacked them.
I'm sorry, we're doing this.
Okay, cool. But before you go, I just wanted to ask, is Lady Carter okay? I saw they collapsed.
That's what it looks like when Orta has to be focused elsewhere for a time. I wouldn't be surprised if our ghost friend needed to have a conversation, or maybe one of the 2 tyrant lords.
Okay.
Orta is not the biggest fish in this pond.
Of course. I'm just glad that she's okay then. That's good. Thank you. And yes, I'd love to speak with you again sometime soon.
You have lovely hair.
And you have lovely fur.
Don't skin me.
Don't skin me.
That's fair.
And then she winks
I'll make you
and turns away
a
and
deal.
walks.
As she walks away, can I quickly eye her up and down and see if I can find a like, not to like take or anything like that. I want to see if I can identify like, I don't know, maybe like a signet, like a ring, just something on her that seems like something that she probably wears often.
Okay. Let's go nose ring.
Nose ring. Okay. I'm just gonna like make a note of that nose ring and then allow her to
Okay.
leave.
Probably the most ornate nose ring you've ever seen. Okay. Austin turns and goes, well, I've got a settlement tab. Looks down to Puff. You know where to find me?
Yeah. And it's like pull out his cards. Like, I got you. Thank you for the game and the good conversation. Appreciate you.
We gotta look out for each other. He's gonna turn. Notably doesn't say goodbye to the other two members of the party and walks away.
He's a good party.
Well, that didn't go as bad as I thought it could.
Fan? Did you say I was a fan?
Listen. That's two things. We're even for the bag. Okay.
I think we're even for the bag when you go into the grapes without us. I
That's
think that's
fair.
what made us even.
I was still kind of bitter. Also, I panicked. I didn't know. I didn't know what to say. I'm not used to this.
Fine. I caught on. It's fine.
What was I supposed to say? Was it, oh yeah, this guy just wants to talk to and knows information that he's supposed to not know?
I just didn't think fan was what you're going to go for. It's
You wanted an
fine. It worked
introduction.
in the
You
end.
did not give me further instructions.
Weren't you the one who offered to introduce
Yeah,
us?
to introduce you, not to be like, hey, we know you're a great, you do this stuff that's clearly illegal. I fulfilled my promise. I got you an introduction.
I think from what Query said, there's a chance that Lady Orta is communicating with the Spectre right now. I wonder what's happening.
You think they're upset by the flashing parties?
Oh god, that might be it. I really don't know. I can't say for sure, but
Or it might not even be the ghost guy. It could just be the other noble that was in charge of the party, being like, "Why were you not at my parade?"
yes.
Nobles are weird, man.
Yes. No, they're confusing folk, especially here. I think what we can really do is just keep an eye out. Be ready for
Yeah.
some kind of fallout, because there's definitely going to be something.
Are we sneaking around and spooking, or are we dipping? I don't think we'll be able to get back in here
Yes.
under other circumstances.
I think we might have had to take on all the information we can from here without causing too much suspicion.
So back to
Was that a
Something.
positive you guys want to snoop around? I missed it. Positive, negative?
I mean, I don't. At the very least, I think Azalea thinks there's nothing else we can get from here.
you want to go, and I say this telepathically and not out loud.
Yeah,
do you
this is
want to
also
go? Do you want to go back to Isik and inform him of what we've gathered from said adventure?
I think that might be what
Oh.
we can do.
And then Puff's eyes out of the telepathy go wide, and then they like do like that like laid back thing, like all right, stealth. And then he reiterates what the whole there was that like the whole passing out thing wasn't scheduled. What could it be? Like it's about making a statement. All the stuff that I had perceived,
and I relay that to Azalea. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm assuming it was because they were pulled
Yes.
from their puppet shield meat thing.
Doesn't really clear it up who she's speaking to too much. Could still be either the tyrant or the spectre. But again, either one isn't good.
There's a tap on your shoulder, Azalea.
On turn.
Pardon me. Some nobleman got those huge ornate horns of the Carta family, well dressed.
Oh, my. Hello.
I heard that you are the newest house on the block. House SirFeffers, was it?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I am.
Greetings.
It's a pleasure. Talia. Yes, Talia SirFeffers.
This is a tiger person. This is a sleek orange tiger. And the horns have been drilled into behind the little cat ears to wrap around the back. And he goes, I would very much like to have a dance with you.
I would love that. Yes, please. I can't say I'm much of a dancer, but I'll do my best.
Oh, Talia, don't be so bashful. You're a beautiful dancer.
Thank you.
He leads you to the dance floor.
Do you want to dance, Pierce?
I'm very nervous right now.
I could lead.
Does it seem like there's like a lot of other people dancing still?
Yes, now that Orta has kind of been brought over to one side, everyone's kind of just pretending that they're not ragdolled. And
go ahead.
their guards are very close by, and their courtier, their immediate personal friends or inner circle, if you will, are at the table very close, keeping careful watch. They don't seem too worried about the physical well-being, though, of this puppet. They seem to be simply doing what they're supposed to be doing in this moment of this bump in the road, if you will, this unforeseen complication. They all have a bit of a nervous look about them, but they at one point someone even like talks to the lifeless body in like an offhand way before continuing on the conversation. It's a little eerie. It's a little uncanny valley.
Is there a position on the dance floor where me and Puff could be somewhat close to Azalea?
Let's talk about
But
this dance
also-
floor.
Okay.
Azalea,
Yes.
Talia, that first step onto that reflective golden dance floor provokes a wisdom save. As the
Is this-
music swells into your mind.
Is this a mind control charmed effect?
This is a... Would Otto's Irresistible Dance, for example, be considered charming?
Yes.
Then this is
Yes.
definitely a charming effect.
Okay. So I have advantage with this.
Okay.
I do think, like, telepathically, to both Puff and Pierce, I would just say, just don't step on a dance floor. I need at least one of you not dancing if things go wrong.
I'm just gonna be respond telepathically. Just be like, the size difference, Azalea.
I've seen you punch. Don't worry. And I rolled
I wouldn't
a
be in Pierce dance.
You
20.
just offered.
you,
It's a
you
joke.
pumped it over.
It's a joke.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. You resist the spell.
I
And
would like to watch the person who's dancing with me. I want to match her dance moves. I want to make it look like I've fallen under the spell.
okay. Let's get a performance check.
Okay.
If ever there was a performance check to make, it'd be now.
Damn, it's not great. 11.
11. Okay. So you're entirely focused on keeping step with this man and moving and moving and moving. He is leading, so it's a little easier, but what throws you off is when he starts saying, "Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. Scalded yet so compressed into place." And he seems to be looking down at the floor.
Fully knowing there's nothing I can say, I think I'll just look down at the floor as well, but I don't verbally respond.
Sometimes I meet their eyes. The sorrow. I could drink it in. The jealousy I could bathe in. I miss the hells.
I am going to telepathically speak with Pierce and Puff again and say, I'm going to give in and see what they're seeing. If things go wrong, pull me out.
What the fuck did that man just say?
Was I able to
and-
like see
Oh,
that guy's lips to read
I
them
would
at
have
all?
relayed that to you if you can't, because I have the caption. So between us, we
I
definitely
think
got
with,
it.
with Azalea's mental prowess, everyone can kind of be in on it. If Azalea is sharing this information, especially
Yeah.
reading of lips, the scroll, the chat feed that Puff
Yeah.
has.
What is he saying?
And I think
Order
as
Carta sub
I-
for another 3 months.
as after I get that across, I'm going to choose to fail the saving throw.
Okay. You get your first glimpse of hell. You, in your mind's eye only, are teleported to a horrible place. You are in hell. There is a specific place where a specific people have been crammed into. Every evil person who was sacrificed via those massive bronze statues that were heated and they were stuffed into were put
The
here.
copper bowl.
We're put here in an endless torment. It's a superheated glass cube that has been crammed full of bodies, and they are not comfy in there. And you see that you are the shade, you are this shadow dancing on top of them. And all the other individuals on this dance floor are these shadowy beings dancing on top of these suffering people in hell. And everyone now and then these shadowed beings have the horns, and those horns beam with golden light in this almost purgatory closeness. This artifact that's been built so that Orta can feel a little bit of home here.
There's a tensing of the jaw as I see this. There's a almost like solidification of the absolute hatred and disdain I feel for everyone in this room as I see very visible and physical evidence of why everyone here deserves to die. And I would. Is this the effects? Is this Otto's Irresistible Dance, or just like one that's like Otto's Irresistible Dance?
This is like Otto's Irresistible Dance. It is called Orta's Irresistible Penance.
Okay. In the sense that Otto's Irresistible Dance, you can take an action to attempt a saving throw again. Can I do that for this, or is it this like it?
I would say this is pretty powerful. 1 minute. You are in this vision to the point where it starts to become your actual vision, and you watch this devil that you're dancing with cup the side of your head. And then snaps back, and he's a tiger person with horns. As the song kind of comes to an end.
I think. Yeah, I think this is not the first time Azalea's done this. I think Azalea like kind of leaned into the hand, pressing his face, and almost as if practice, kind of smile softly at this tiger person. And you said the song comes to an end. I suppose like
the song kind of ends, and he kind of moves his hand and does a bit of a bow. Oh, thank you in. Thank you for welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
Hey Raiders.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome in.
Appreciate you, Foxy. We're doing
Azalea.
fucked up shit.
Azalea bows back. Thank you for the dance. That was beautiful.
One day the hells will no longer be empty. And he turns and he walks away.
I'll turn and walk off the dance floor and back to Pierce and Puff.
Yeah, fine.
And just in your heads, all of you here, every person here should be dead. They deserve to die.
Something you want to take care of now, or
Too many people will die before we take most of them out.
You want to start a fire?
Usually I'd say yes, but I think considering how at home in the hells they are, fire might be the least effective thing we can do here.
Start an ice. I like the way you think.
It's like one of those slow, impossible to stop glacial waves. Just took out a chunk of
Rella's
Rillis.
about to freeze over.
no, it's the ultimate big chill from Ben 10.
Yeah.
His fire burns so hot that it freezes things.
All right, I think that's a good spot to grab our first break.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
We'll be right back, chat.
Bye, everybody. I'm gonna go pee.
And we return. What up, Fluffy Marshmallow? Valerie, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate you. Best bean.
Sweet pea.
So, you now know why I titled this episode Hell of a Party. With new hatred for the Carta family, the party reconnects at this table. The fuck was that? Sorry.
The ghost.
A heavy
Was the
cardboard
voices.
box just moved. Unprovoked, all by itself, like 4 inches towards my door, and is now up against my door. Like, just slid along the
Roll investigation.
I don't wanna. That... I don't have a logical reason for why that happened.
It's just a ghost.
Yeah.
They're probably chill.
Well,
It's
I
one
hope
of the
they're enjoying
Cartas.
the story. I hope they're not getting any ideas.
A plexiglass cube, you say?
The sovereign,
Carter
you say?
The Carter left that orc and immediately went into the cardboard box.
Okay, anyway.
You poor bead.
It's gonna be okay.
I still don't have a logical reason as to how that's. There's stuff
Everyone
in it.
send hugs for Pfeffers in the chat.
It's like a cardboard box full of Celsius.
What, your Celsius doesn't run? Celsius over here moves all the time. Maybe it's a UK thing.
It's not like Red Bull. It doesn't get wings. Over here, it's an energy drink.
We have to hunt our Celsius. We're still in the hunter gatherer kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said Celsius, and my brain went
Sprints
to
through the Sahara.
went to temperatures, and I was like,
Temperature.
"What are you talking about?"
It's my hot
Oh, right,
box.
that's a drink.
Anyway. I have a hard time focusing. What's the party?
Understandable, honestly.
What is the party up to as the party as this shindig seems to continue onwards? If anything, it seems to be getting more loud, more crowded. More people have showed up, and especially now that the parade is in like full swing, they're also in their full swing, as it were.
Can I listen in to hear if there's any anyone's talking about any other things going to be happening today, in this party? Is anyone saying oh, I can't wait for this thing to happen. I can't wait for this person to speak. Or
Is there an
Likely,
itinerary or something?
likely there will be some speeches, and it's getting pretty late, so surely it's gonna happen soon.
Yeah.
Just want to hang out in the corner and wait until somebody takes the stage and
Just a couple of wallflowers hanging out.
That might be the best call, I think. Again, just blend with the crowd.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be like, Garcon, grapes. Grapes for the table.
just leave the barrel.
But yeah, I think we're just yes, be wallflowers, kind of hang out at this table, make light conversation with anyone who does show up, but for the most part, wait for the next event.
Everybody now has their own set of liar's dice, weighted dice. You can come up with how you want to weight them. It's more aesthetic than anything else. I got the idea from Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Reference. Yeah.
I know. Trying to get, oh man, if you try to do actual Kingdom Come dice, it's called greedy, or I think there's another name for it, an actual name for it, but yeah, it's 1 5s and then 3 of a kind or higher of other dice, and that would take, as we've seen in Kingdom Come, sometimes it's going to take a hot minute to do a single.
Yeah, this is
round.
much more. This is more of an odds game meets everyone's using weighted dice, and so you're trying to learn the other sets of dice along the way. But isn't it Yahtzee? It's a bit like Yahtzee. Make perception checks as we spend a little bit more time here.
I'm super perceptive.
Heckin'
I'm super perceptive right now.
got the peepers.
3.
I got 22.
17 plus 6.
Now, let me check my status.
You got this, Pierce.
Dirty 20.
Oh my god, how dirty.
The filthiest. The
When's the last time that 20
nastiest.
bathed?
Ooh, not since 2024.
Oh.
A month and a half.
Grimy 20. Anyway.
So, you notice a large group of particularly wealthy individuals coming out of one doorway. They seem a bit shooken. And they quickly go over to stay near Ortakarta's lifeless puppet. The scroll of text you get as they walk on past Puff is akin to what you were hearing earlier. A lot of surely the sovereign knew that this was an important party. Yes, but what is important to the sovereign? Nothing is important to the sovereign. The sovereign is alien to our to any mortal's way of thinking. The sovereign truly does not care. For all that we have been placed here to crush and press and squeeze. I wonder if the sovereign ever meant for us to... I wonder if the sovereign ever basks in our perception as it perceives us as just as lowly. And other ruminations.
Neat.
You do see the pathway that they came from. It is particularly empty now, aside from the occasional guard.
Stealth mission.
If you choose to.
That's
Secret
a plot hook if I've ever seen one.
Agent Puff secret.
Who were these people again? There were servants or
They were nobility of the Carta.
nobility? Okay, of Cartas. Okay. And they came. And where were they coming from?
You're up against the wall. The wall you guys are on, more towards the stage, there's a doorway. They came from there into a hallway.
Okay.
On your left.
The good old fashioned, oh, this isn't the bathroom.
I think if we can, everyone seems pretty occupied. I think this might be a good enough chance to get more of a lay of the land.
Yeah.
I'm down.
The party kind of saunters their way along the hall, and kind of steps into that kind of area. It gets a little quieter, especially when the doorway you just walked through seems to close. You can hear the muted sounds of people moving back and forth. And especially you see the staff kind of dipping in and moving through different doorways and stuff like that. You do pick up on some faint screaming. The staff are furtive and their eyes are down, moving along.
Zed doesn't even say anything, just very quietly start moving towards the direction of the screaming.
Yeah, I'm a stealth though. 21 for stealth. Be ducking under tables and stuff. Anything that's in the hallway.
Yeah, you guys move along this hallway. It goes on for a ways. It doesn't have a hard right angle turn. It just kind of curves inward. And it starts to get a little surreal feeling by the repetition. Almost feels like backrooms energy. just kind of out of place, but beautiful, ostentatious hall. The same chandelier over and over, the same sets of armor on the walls, until you come across a blood stain and blood drag marks into one of the doorways. The screaming has abated. But you hear the rumble of something gargantuan shifting, and the smell of burning flesh. And then a chill passes through all of you, like cold wind. And the shifting creature grows still. The door's closed.
Walk up to the door and press an ear against it. See if I can hear any sound, any movement.
Perception check.
Dirty 20.
If only you had come sooner, my lord. Is there nothing you can do for poor Lauren Carter? If I had known, I would have stayed my hand. Though I'm afraid he has gone to you now.
Silence, listening to a mental response. The temperature drops significantly. Any of the reflective surfaces begin to frost over.
Is there a keyhole in the door?
Yes. Would you like to take a peek?
Yes.
You got a dirty
Snake.
20 on the perception check.
Yeah, dirty 20, yeah.
Okay. If you were to look at the Bayonet Discord Discord channel on the Longshot Discord, you would see. I'm going to take a gander myself to make sure I'm correct in saying this. Scrolling up a little bit after the bingos, you would see a picture of a individual with white hair being mirrored by what looks to be a demonic creature of a kind. That demonic creature of a kind is the entity you see. Top half chitinous and barbed, with those horns that you see on the other Carta members, but huge, with many silken ribbons hanging off of to give this flowing effect. In between, across from this creature is the Sovereign. A face woven of ice and frost, taking up the wall space. Massive face, maddened eyes, colorless and pinprick pupils, stare, seemingly in glee and revulsion. In between the two entities is a big copper or brass turtle. And someone has clearly just been stuffed into it and has since passed.
Keep an eye on the two of them. I will telepathically link with Puff and Pierce.
Celia, what do your porcelain eyes see?
The Spectre. They're here.
Well, that's lovely.
Who's he
So
talking
we're leaving? Is what I'm hearing?
to? Yeah.
Azalea doesn't move. They keep watching through.
Puff, you start looking for an out. Azalea leans in for another look. What's Pierce's reaction?
I'm gonna immediately ask in my head to Azalea, who's it talking to in there?
I don't know who it is, but it's large, chitinous. I can only imagine it's some kind of devil or fiend.
Oh,
There's a brass turtle in the center. I think Lauren has been stuffed in there.
It's turtle shaped. It also could be a starfish. You can't really see it too well.
Well, I vote we don't become the next people to get put inside there. Should probably skedaddle.
Azalea doesn't move for a moment, and then moves, takes a step back. You're right. Definitely can't take on the Spectre here. Or
If we can handle a banquet, I highly doubt we can handle a god and his general.
Yeah. Let's go.
The party quickly skirts past back the way they came. As you guys re-enter the party, you're just in time for Orda Carta to perk up, shaken and composing themselves as they are quickly assured that everything's fine. The party is going well. And Orta scatters them with a glance of their hand. And she sits forward. Curses to herself for a moment before composing herself. A little bit more time passes as you guys reintegrate yourself or move to the side. Before Orta stands and the musicians stop, and there's a gentle applaud, like a golf clap, as she takes the stage. Krite has overstepped. Golf clap. And here we are. You are all here for a reason. Here you are protected. The sovereign made a point of coming to speak with me. And you can feel that chill in the air as everyone gets very dialed in on the next words out of their mouth. Krite did not see the need to continue meeting their quota after the slaughter in the interim by the ocean. This has displeased the sovereign. And we are to be awarded and you watch as if on cue the various horned individuals stiffen and brace as the horns grow a bit longer. They are so proud of us. And I am so proud of all of you. Krite will be dealt a blow tonight, and we shall be given their boon. We will soon eat at their table. Enough of their philosophies, enough of their greater scale manipulations, enough of their plans, enough of their schemes. The first domino falls tonight. Tonight, and then she pauses. And looks, she kind of blanches. And you realize the doors to the entrance have been opened. I present to you, says an announcer, Lord Werst. And there's some murmurs. One of the tyrant lords of the city has made an appearance. Let me pull up the picture and put it in the Discord real quick. Sorry for the delay. Bop, bop, bop. Sorry, this is taking a second.
As Lord Worst walks in, Zayla tenses up as they know that their lie about being a noble person of a new house would work with everyone else, but maybe not Lord Worst.
There he is. Tyrant Lord Werst has... How do I say this? Aura.
He's look maxing.
He's something. Go ahead and take a look at the Discord.
Oh, he handsome as fuck.
Younger than he has any right to be. In appearance. And the thing that stays with the party is this strange red halo that is eye level with the Lord Werst. And like it almost seems locked into this individual's pupils, where if the individual were to look downward, the halo would tilt, if that makes sense. And it stays eye level. It's that massive red ring that goes all the way around the head. And in the back, there is a name, a word in that red letter, in those red letters. You're not sure what the word is. It's just this collection of symbols. As Tyrant Lord Werst kind of steps in, he kind of hands his overcoat to one of the staff. Oh, don't let me intrude. Please finish what you were saying, in a baritone, deep voice that does not match the appearance. I'm most intrigued. Orta pauses. Of course. And may I say, thank you for attending our modest banquet. On with your speech, he says in an almost dismissive tone, in contrast to everyone else just fawning over this Lord Karta. The Tyrant Lord is dismissive.
Am I picking up an air of fear from Orta?
No. You are picking up a caution.
Azalea, did they used to date?
Why would I know that?
Oh no, there's tension in the room.
The families, of course, as we all know, have been here for eons. Subservient to the sovereign and all of those who were put in place to keep the population safe. And I look forward to our continued works. She is... Well, make insight checks. As she kind of...
Seems like she's backpedaling.
She's backpedaling and stumbling to a close. And as she goes, everyone enjoy your drinks. I hear the grapes are fantastic.
Insight?
Yep.
It's 13.
Okay.
It's not very insightful.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Look at you, Pierce
Pierce.
with the insight.
It's the formula, man. It's my special eyes.
The drugs.
Orta is hurt and offended, and the legs have been cut out from under her, and she is going to take it out on somebody. There is a vile night in store for somebody.
I will relay that to Azalea if there's a pathway open, and I will just go, oh, she is fucking pissed.
Not too much we can do about that.
I was gonna be like, do you want me to get you an introduction with that guy?
No. I don't think you'd be able to anyway.
I'm pretty persuasive.
I don't know.
I think grapes are getting the buff at this point because he's eating like his weight in them.
That's a lot.
I ate a whole barrel, or a majority of a barrel.
I think we should, if you can, keep as far away from the Lord as you can. I
Got it.
would not be surprised if they can immediately identify you as other voters.
Very good idea. Do we want to get out of here then?
No, honestly, that might be the best idea.
do this as sly as possible, because if they see us immediately leave as some dude shows up, that's definitely gonna raise some alarms.
Leaves immediately after the speech.
Lovely speech. I gotta go. I forgot I left the cat on the stove.
Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
You do actually to that note, you would see a fair number of people leaving. There's been an upset to the evening. His presence
It might be
has
best to. Sorry, go ahead.
his presence has certainly spoked this party's wheel. You get the
That's
vibe
the
that
case.
you get the vibe that the tyrant lords, there's two of them. One's in charge of the protection, the other is in charge of the nobles, and therefore the people, as the nobles have their vice grip over the people. This tyrant has a vice grip over the nobles, and them not getting along clearly does not bode with this tyrant lord.
Oh, you mean the noble family's not getting along? It pisses off the tyrant. Okay.
So this is mom and dad coming in to mediate a fight between siblings, essentially. Okay. If that's the case, I feel like we might have our better chance of just sneaking out with everybody else.
It'd be a performance check, or if you want to stealth down towards the servant quarters, the staff area, like the loading bay where you guys got in, that would be a stealth. Performance would be out the front door.
I would go performance. I'll go out the front door. I've already spoken to everyone and told everyone I'm a noble person, so
I am. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna go out the front door because that seems logical.
I'm gonna try and do the same and time my flush toxins action to get rid of my eyes and make it so I don't have disadvantage on charisma checks anymore.
Your vision subtracts into
Can I
2
try to
points of vision.
Can I try to stealth out the front door being a small creature? And like duck behind different taller creatures that may be leaving? It's okay to say no. I'm just curious.
Disadvantage.
Yes, it's better than my performance. I have +6. I have no performance
All right,
whatsoever.
the party makes their way out the front door.
oh, I rolled terribly. I was on a 20 for a second.
I almost hit a 20. I got a it was a 14. First one was a 15.
I got a 10.
Oof.
I got an 8.
I'm going to use. Fuck. Inspirations disappear at the end of session, right?
Yep.
Damn it.
Wait, I can use my inspiration.
For you, yeah. His stealth is so good, he just hides all of us.
Just like Mary Poppins you, but in my fur.
It's Lion's Mane from Steven Universe.
Yeah.
And what'd you get,
Yes.
But yeah, 18 on stealth.
18. 10, was it for Azalea, or 14?
Yeah, for performance, yeah.
Performance.
Thank you for the inspo, chat.
What'd you get, Andy?
You got a 8 for performance.
We're all tired. Huh. Been a long, eventful day.
We're all tired. We saw God.
As casual a saunter as you can muster.
Because we know I'm great at that.
With Pierce being the least casual. Less of a saunter, more of an amble. Face.
I'm sorry.
You guys find yourselves back out on the streets. You don't have a carriage to get into, or a chariot. We do have chariots here. The standing desk of carriages. But soon you find yourself back out in that stifled, cramped mega city. I was gonna say out in the open air, but no. Not here.
Just immediately taking off the suit. It's like, yeah.
Party heads out into the city. And soon you find yourselves back in the comfort of a quiet side alleyway. And getting your bearings. You step into said alleyway. And Puff, you could swear as you were stepping into this alleyway that there was a brief murder of crows that just took flight. But when you look again, you don't see any crows at all. There is a drunk kind of wrapped up in one corner. But the alleyway does reach a dead end.
I just look and I
Thanks for the
go,
raid, Thousand Faces.
clink, clink with. Cause I see the birds and I have the knuckles. I'm like, clink, clink. You just see like the birds come back.
You clink them together. There's like an overlong reverb to them.
I'm gonna take my fancy clothes and then just drape them over the homeless guy. I don't think they'll fit, but it's at least it'll. Here you go. You're okay.
Another round.
So this is just a dead alleyway?
Mm-hmm. You're looking at the back end of 3 different buildings.
Okay.
There's like a door to all 3 walls, and some steps, some trash.
Are we lost?
No, you guys just stepped out to
okay.
kind of recoup and leave the party and get your bearings, catch your breath.
We should head back. Hold on. And I'm gonna walk up to the dead end of the alleyway.
Okay.
It's dark, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see Zia kind of reach out towards the wall, but then stop just shy of it, and then kind of grab the air. And you see them pull back, and you see they start pulling at the shadows themselves, and kind of strip the shadow off the wall, one by almost like tearing like posters off the wall, but it's shadows over and over. You see them like make a kind of rough shape of a passageway as they cast Shadow Portal.
Whoa.
You create a door in the nearest wall, cliff, tree, or similar structure. It is immediately bound to a similar door up to 200 feet away. So essentially I'm making a passageway for us to get a bit closer to the last star. As I pull
The last
shoots
star.
a shadow.
The last star in?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
It's not going to lead directly to it, because I doubt we're that close, but we just left enemy territory, so I want to lose
guys hear that?
any followers.
Did you guys hear? I heard some stuff.
You look and there's a shadow door.
Anyway, yeah, everyone go through.
Okay. Here's you go first.
You are full of surprises, man. This is something, and I'll just walk through.
I hesitantly walk through because it seems very. I know it's Azalea, but I'm just like, you just tore apart the fabric of space, and not a fan of that. But okay.
Azalea the drunk like leans back and like notices you for the first time and notices the shadow door that the rest of the party just walked through and says, There's no way out. There's no way out.
Okay. I just kind of give them a nod and we'll walk through the door.
All right. Step through the door, and you find yourself in a different part of the city, a couple floors down.
We walk out of a door, and when I close the door behind us, if you open it again, it's just a normal room behind it. As I basically turn off the portal by closing the door.
Very cool. All right.
If we have anyone tailing us, that should at least make it a bit harder for them to keep track of us.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
You can see the grand finale of the parade, and again, the parade is focused on these ramping spiral staircases that move through the megacity. And in the open center, you can see this cascade of pink and purple spores shifting and swirling, and this ongoing controlled violet and maroon fire kind of fireworking a pattern through the spores as these individuals, these members of House Krite, or maybe just performers wearing the livery of House Krite, float through the space, contorting and swirling. Let me put a picture of what these individuals look like for House Krite.
Is that what you were trying to do, Pierce?
No. I was just trying to... I don't know. I was trying to get my bearings, I guess. Get a lot more than I bargained for.
Yeah. Are you good? Are you feeling okay? When's the last time you ate?
Before we went to the party. I'm just tired, and I like Pierce starts like undoing the tie. I'm just tired.
I hold up my pack for him to be able to like take anything that he wants off and put it in the pack.
I start shoving like random, like the overcoat, the cloak that I had to wear to cover up my arm. Like I take that off, I shove that in the pack.
Get comfy.
It's like there's. I wanted to. It's death sentence, but I wanted to just break into that room and I don't know.
I understand, trust me.
I don't, but if you need help punching something, I got you guys backs. Because Puff just genuinely doesn't understand what you guys went through.
I think we need a little bit more oomph before we start trying to punch gods, but I don't know, maybe that's something I can look into.
Well, it wasn't an arm bust.
I'll stare up at the piddle pops one more time. No, it wasn't all a bust. We learned some things.
And he got rid of the glass eye.
In all honesty, we got a lot more from this. At least I originally thought we would, so I think that's a win.
And I won a dice. It's a good night.
Yeah.
You did win it. Oh, by the way, thank you for letting me keep this. And I'll hold up like the vial of necrotic ink. It's like I really, really wanted to look into this.
I just wanted the world tree. Oh, Azalea, do you want the rock and your orb back?
I'll take the orb back. I'm not really particular about the rock. You can keep it if you like.
Okay. Puff's just like in his little pauses is the world tree seed and a rock is just like, and he tucks the world tree seed inside the little rock geode.
You go to do that, and you see inside the geode, now that you're able to kind of have a moment to look at it and like really look at it, you know.
It's gonna be the most busted ass thing I've ever seen in my life.
Inside, obviously it's all gray on the outside. Inside, a part of that kind of ball is cracked open and you can see into the geode. Now that you're looking at it, there's a perfectly spherical crystal inside that's the same color as all the other geodes, and it looks like an eye.
I'm gonna reach in and try and like knock it, like just pluck it out.
It seems to be a part of the naturally grown crystal inside the geode.
Oh. Can I like examine it to see if
Make a history check, actually.
Try to help him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I wouldn't know much about the history of this world.
is a 17. I have nothing to history.
Something about this eye looks familiar, and you can't place it, and you're thinking, and you can't place it, and you're thinking, and you can't place it, and you look at Pierce and you go, oh, it's a very similar eye as the old fortune teller that Pierce ran into.
She had a glass eye.
She had a similarly colored real eye. But she did have one, like, amethyst purple.
Oh yeah, I was looking at her, like, because I was watching the whole exchange go down because Puff's nosy.
It gives you the stark impression of her for some, like, it you don't have a 1-to-1 on it, but it just very much reminds you of that fortune teller.
I was just gonna like look at it and be like, "Hi, Granny." And just wait. in context,
Get rid of it. It can't be trusted.
It's not gonna make any sense to Pierce or Azalea. He's just holding this geode, just like kind of like trying to see what he can do with it. It's like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna sniff it and then I'm gonna put it in my bag.
It smells like racks.
What are you doing?
Smells like rocks. I don't know. It's got a thing that kind of reminds me of that granny that you talked to that gave you the dragon bone.
Can I see it?
Yeah, here you go.
Can I analyze with my? I don't have special eyes anymore, but can I take a look at this?
Make a you would see the connection that Puff made because of Puff's check. Now that Puff's kind of pointed it out, you can make an Arcana check to see what's going on with this rock.
Does this have anything to do with fae, fiends, or undead?
You know, I went years with always saying no to that question. And I don't know why, but this year, it seems every time that question comes up, it's pertinent. Yes, this is applying to Fae.
Sick.
Can't have it. It's mine, but you can look at it.
I know.
If I get a crazy eye, I want it.
25.
That is insane.
I have a +8 and
I
advantage
know.
when it comes to. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, my mind works good when I need to use my mind. You want to put me up against demons? I gotta fight them. It's not gonna go so hot for me. But when I need to do the book stuff,
Just out here,
Put me
like,
in.
hold on. Let me take my Vyvanse. I got this.
There is a very subtle, very hard to notice magical tang to this rock. This geode. It's not from here.
Do I get a similar magical tang from the dragon knucklebone?
No.
No.
Make him kiss.
I'll pull out the knucklebone.
Say something.
I'll just tink, tink.
You do that, and you get this, what you, the player, would call like a radar ping. And in your vision, within 100 feet, you get colorful, like, auras of nearby people. And you're not sure what that means at all.
Whoa.
Do I see that?
Yeah. I think the party would see it. And you hear some exclamations elsewhere, like, "Oh, Jim, you're purple," you know, kind of a.
Everyone sees it. Okay. What colors do we
Are we-
glow?
I'll
Yeah, I
let
was
you
gonna
guys
say.
choose.
Are we?
Okay, so it doesn't. Okay. I think it's gold. I mean, no, silver. I think it'd be a silver outline.
Like a shimmery silver hue.
Yeah.
Puff is just a beacon of white fur. Just pure, just glowing, just like one of those moon lamps.
Yeah.
Just bing. Oh. Wait, Azalea, press the dish tab, whatever me.
What?
Use the clean thing. Make me
Okay.
clean so I'm fluffy.
I'll card precipitation.
And the globe like expands because I'm extra fluffy. And I'm like, oh.
That is, he's a beacon of pure light. I think Pierce would just be this really sickly green.
Maybe we don't do that. Again, I'm not entirely sure what that was.
It's fancy.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna look around. Can I like see people through objects?
100 feet.
Huh.
You what, Pierce? You take this crazy concoction. You go take it to Atticus.
Okay.
Because he might know what to do with it.
Yeah, we can try and get some answers about this. You won this in a dice game.
Yeah, but I got this, and I hold up a seed. This is
Careful
mine.
with that. If this thing can do this, and they undersold it as just a rock, who knows what that thing can do?
Would I know what a world seed does as being a farmer? I don't,
Never
I
heard
don't
of it.
think so,
Azalea, you
because
haven't
I'm
heard
like,
of it either.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay. I do think as that ripples out, I think partially on instincts, partially because I've lived in Rowan Ovid all my life. You see a slight glow of the red orb around my choker as I trigger Rod of the Pact Keeper to restore one of my Warlock spell slots.
Yeah, sorry about that. that was very loud and ostentatious, and I don't. Yeah.
You
Let's.
apologize a lot. You don't need to be sorry. We were doing a science.
Last time I did a science,
That's
I
water
lost
under
my
the
arm, and
bridge,
Atticus almost
Pierce.
died. I mean,
It's
it's
water
not. It
under the
happened
bridge.
literally yesterday.
Yeah, but like, look at you now. You
Speaking
you
of-
got this crazy awesome arm. We went to a party.
It actually happened earlier today.
Oh right.
And so with fatigue
Pleasant.
in your bones, you walk back into the Lone Star. The festivities finally wrapping up for the evening, and there's maybe more than the usual drunk crowd around, but in the streets and in the Lone Star, but things are winding down for the night. You can see Lucas moving about, tiredly, a little bleary-eyed, washing down the bar, and you can see people picking up dishes and moving about.
Do I have any means of communicating with Senior Isaac or anyone from the Held Breath, like remotely, or would I have to go to the head?
I think you've done it before.
Yeah, you
Yes,
look like
I remember
sigils.
In the hideout, there was a mirror. I didn't know if I always have that on me, if it's in specific locations that we can find these.
It would make sense to be in specific locations. So let's say no, you don't have a
Okay.
means of contacting them directly.
Yeah,
You can leave information through networks
Okay.
and be contacted in various ways through said networks.
Yeah, we walk in. Is it the Lone Star or the Last Star?
I think it's last.
I think it's the last star.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last star.
DM got it wrong.
Negative inspiration for myself.
Okay.
Seems like a good. No, we got time actually. Never mind.
Puff's gonna hand the metal disc to Azalea and be like, in case we need you this would probably be better in your hands. It's the metal disc to the poison shop.
Thank you. In all honesty, this might be best for Pierce. I'm not much of a concoction user.
I just want to make
Nope.
sure that I didn't have it because I'm not prone to losing stuff, but I'm prone to forget that I have things.
That's fair. Yes, no, Pierce.
I'll
use
I'll
poison?
take it.
Yeah.
I do.
His name was their name was Araniel, I think. Leonti.
I think it's Arnile.
Arnile.
Arnile, there we go.
Was
Yeah.
Arnile part of the Carter family, or just another label?
Not a part. Yeah, just not.
another-
Didn't have horns.
Okay, yeah.
I'll look into it. I mean, I really usually make my own stuff.
Yeah, no, I figured as much.
But they may have ingredients that actually
They might have otherworldly poisons that we've never seen.
even better. They would have a lot of samples that I can study without having to go out and find them myself. This is actually really good.
They might have books.
They could have books. And immediately Pierce is like thinking and like brainstorming. He's like, okay, I think I'm gonna head out tomorrow. I'll pay them a visit just to maybe buy some books. I still only have my world's money.
Oh, right.
Yes. Okay. I'll give them whatever money I have left. I think I have like 20 gold on me right now.
Okay.
You take this. Speak to Lucas. You're going to be earning money, I assume, if you continue with this vodka idea you had. But in the meantime, I can speak to Senior Isaac to see if he can lend you some money in the meantime.
We still need the wear light people.
You don't need to worry about that. I've contacted some of our wear light people. They should be showing up probably tomorrow.
As you say that, you actually look around and you do see a member of the Held Breath who has nodded off in their booth. A a... Let's see. What's a race? What's a species I haven't used in a while? Goblin. Let's go goblin. There's a goblin who's got his knees up and his head back, with a finished drink on the table. Some coins put aside for payment.
I'm going to head out for a bit, but if you just speak to them over there, they're part of the Held Breath.
Okay.
They'll sort you out. You can tell them what exactly you need from them. They're a werewalker, so.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go waddle, and I'm gonna be like, before I go waddle, I'm gonna like, Lucas, I need bread, and I point to the goblin table, and then I just go, I take, because I'm assuming Azalea split it 10 to 10, and I'm just gonna give 5 to Pierce and be like, I don't really need anything other than food, so use that for whatever you need poison wise.
Yeah, okay.
When you go on your shopping. If you'd like me to come, let me know.
Honestly, it'd probably be better to have somebody watching out, because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. So yeah, if you want to tag along, that's fine.
Sounds good. Do you want to come talk to the goblin for the whole vodka thing?
Sure, but I won't know a lot of your half.
True.
Of stuff. Yeah, I'll come along.
I was gonna say if you don't like, because I can just fill you in. If you want to go check out with Atticus about his stuff, because he was kind of gone after the whole operation thing.
Yeah, I'll check. You gonna be able to wake that guy up?
You'll be fine.
You're not gonna like scare him or anything, right? Because like,
I am a fluffy bunny. I would never do such a thing. And I just sit down at the table across from him.
And I'll head upstairs.
I wait for Lucas to bring the bread, and I'm just like very carefully just cutting the bread, and then like putting the honey butter on it, and then I just like tap on the table.
You must be Puff. And he reaches over and grabs some of the bread and starts shoveling it.
If I wasn't so exhausted, that would be very startling. But I saw God earlier today, so like,
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Now let's run back to that real quick.
I didn't see God, but like, it is a long walk, and I'm a tired little bunny. You do lights, right?
Yeah, I do lights.
Nice. All right, grab some bread. I'm gonna show you the situation.
All right. He's
gonna take him into the basement.
He's just gonna hand scoop out of the that maple butter and just.
I like your style.
Thanks.
It's pure
Hi, I'm
lard,
Puff.
dude.
What's your name?
You can call me Ops.
Ops.
Ops, yeah.
Oh no, I just brought the ops over to why I was the ops.
Oh no, it's the opposition.
And then
Let's
I'm
go with
just gonna
tops. Let's go with tops.
Tops. Okay. I'll lead him down into the back area behind the bar that we have situated with the little planterns. I would say they're like 3 foot by 3 foot planterns. There's like a couple of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just explain like the situation. So like, okay. So and then I show him the potato. I explain to him, I'm like, this is what we need in terms of like, we need this amount of temperature radiating off the light and then onto this for X amount of time. I'm like, is that within your capabilities?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make it work.
Sweet. We need.
Excuse me. Oh my god.
Bless you, Tops.
Bless you,
So
Tops.
aggressive.
Thanks.
Gotta go easy on that butter. You might be allergic. Maybe you're lactose intolerant.
Allergic. You right.
But I'm just like, okay, so we need, and I just gesture to all of the planterns, and I'm like, we're gonna need that many. How often would you need to replace these?
Daily.
Okay, do you know price wise how much you would charge to replace these daily? Or is this like a you're just doing this because of the organization type deal?
Boops your nose.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Okay. Well, I have to worry about it because we need to be able to keep logistics and logs of who we're paying.
We'll call it working within the family.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sounds fair. And I figure, do you like, and then I kind of like look around and I'm like, I find like the smallest, like what is like a bottle, but it's got like just barely like anything left in it. And it's like some of like the okay vodka.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you drink, but you can have some of this and then we'll give you, one bottle a week as just like a, you know, a thank you. And you can do with it what you will. Yeah, it's kind of, I should have warned you. That's my bad. You usually want to cut it with some juice or something. I just stuffed bread in his mouth.
I'm dying. Oh, this is it, boy.
Just stuffing bread in his mouth. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Here, take. And I like look around and just grab like a jug of like.
We're gonna
like
make so much fucking
God,
money.
Just trying to grab any fruit that might be around, and I'm not from here, so I'm just grabbing random food items and just like putting it towards his mouth, trying to just get the taste out of your mouth. It'll help. I don't know what in this world will pair well with this, but you don't generally drink it straight.
Oh, I can't see.
That'll wear off. You're kind of small. You probably should have sipped that. That's a mistake.
Kick like a dragon. What
That's not even as strong as it can get. It's
are
called
you
vodka.
Vodka.
Yeah, Pearson Puffs potato vodka.
I need water.
That'd probably be for
He's
the
gonna
best.
turn back to you and go,
I got you.
oh,
My name is on Tops.
But yeah, so
walked
if you
away.
could just come do this once a day, and then we'll be good. We'll be good. Okay. And then he just kind of like tends to the garden, making sure all of the potatoes that he's waiting to like, you know, actually properly seed are good, and he seeds the right ones, and he's just like, okay.
Make a nature check. Or a survival check.
18 on the nature.
Okay. These are growing faster than you would have thought.
Would I know if that's because of the wear lights, because they're magically charged light as opposed to regular UV?
That's your suspicion.
I'm going to make a note of that, and then I will write down. Can I do like a? Can I like kind of like based off of how fast they're growing and what I know about crops, kind of like mathematically just understand how fast these will grow and come to like ready to be harvested, so I can get like an estimate of how quickly we're going to be able to plant and re-sow as we harvest.
Judging by what you're seeing, you might have a fully made potato in like a week.
Okay. Each planter would have estimatedly like 9 potatoes. That's 27 potatoes. In about a month, we'd have like almost 100 potatoes. That's a pretty good start. Okay. And I just like write down all that information. I'm like, and I just like have a log, like a log book, like there. I have my own custom log book, and then I have like the log book, like this is the current yield at the rate that we're going for anybody, like whether it be Pierce or like Lucas to come down and be like, you know, like, hey, check on like these are the times we need to, you know, adjust the crops. If I'm not here, follow these steps.
As you are gently bringing out the potato and then like inspecting it and replanting it and stuff like that, with your superior farmy hands, your green thumbs,
Mm.
your tender farming touch, you are just patting down the soil of the last potato when a crow bursts from the dirt and goes to collide with you. It misses, and you grab it, you move your ears out of the way, if you will. You whip your ears around and dodge as it seems to around the room trying to get out.
Hey, whoa. Relax.
Its black inky eye locks onto you, and it's going to try to peck at you and move in on you and just like get in your space. More crows begin to seem to materialize out from the various shadows, until there is just a swarm of crows around you.
This is gonna. Puff's just like, this is gonna hurt, and I'm just gonna, because I'm assuming bird hearing's fairly good, so I'm gonna do what I tried to do in the alleyway, and I'm just gonna full send, blink, like punch my hands together with the crow knuckles, because I'm gonna assume that they're somehow connected.
The tone the almost bell-like, chime-like tone that rings out makes the crows seem to start to swirl around you in a pattern. They're no longer pecking at you, they're just enveloping your vision as more and more of them fill this room.
But yeah, Puffs ever can kind of like metronoming, ding dong dong, and then I'm gonna try and, as I hit, conduct with my hand, like you have the vibrations and like try and like control them.
Make a
Crow bending check.
we're going with religion.
Oh, I have nothing on religion. Oh my fucking god, it's an nat 20.
Bitch, are you kidding me?
I won't even move. I'll take
I
my other
believe you.
phone
No,
and
I believe you.
screenshot.
I trust you implicitly. Damn.
With a beat.
You and the crows move into the shadows and disappear there before they appear from the shadows behind you and like move around you, like when you have your back to a wave in the ocean and it just it just moves across. Just black wings moving all around your vision, and soon you're in this U-shaped tunnel. Yeah. And in this flapping motion of dark feathers, this tunnel seems to suddenly become longer, and this skeletal hand, larger than you, seems to, as this crow skull, this hooded crow skull, seems to move into this space you're now in. I found you. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Bruh.
Don't mind me, just talking.
And that's how I got kicked out of Walmart.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean,
but I will be honest, he did break like the law in almost 20 states. I think it's kind of fair that.
But not the one he was in.
oh, we're back. No, I'm just kidding.
Technicality.
Puff.
Mm.
A visage of death pulls itself out of this portal. You're not sure if you're still here. You don't know if you're in a vision. You don't feel like you're in the same place anymore. And your blood begins to boil. Not literally. Like you just start
Angry?
Yeah. Just like this heated, undirected violence. It's very unusual for you, especially. You're kind of a kindly, gentle puffball. And so this almost jittery energy just starts to bubble up inside you.
And I can see the giant benevolent crow demon.
Benevolent's a stretch.
Yeah. I like to dream. Okay. Let me have this.
I've been looking everywhere. And here you are.
Yep, you found me. You mind not fucking with my crops? Just unbridled fucking anger. Just
Yeah,
gonna
it's like
project it anywhere.
beginning to burble up.
You tend. Are you a tender? Are you a grower? Do you cultivate?
I do. Are you gonna get to the point? I think at this point, Puff's just gonna let the anger consume him and I'm just gonna try and swing at his face.
Okay, you go into a rage like a barbarian would.
Oh. Neat. What does that entail?
Well, if you're raged, you take half damage
Okay.
from physical stuff like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
No, I'm gonna try and attack him.
Okay, yeah. You cannon forward like a shot, like a bat out of hell. Boom! And you go to hit, and you shatter the visage. The whole skull caves in on impact. From behind you, you hear,
I am an intent given agency. I am murder. You cannot kill me. Stoke thine fire, child. I have need of it.
you begin to acclimate, and while you still are red around the edges, right, it's still like this haze of rage has settled onto you. You begin to hone in, and you have much more control over yourself. But you're like shaking. You note it. You note this unusual headspace you're in, and you are actively being influenced by this entity.
And I'm aware that they're like that I'm getting.
Yeah, this is not normal for you. Anger is. You didn't even say hi, I'm Puff.
All right. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna take my gauntlets and just like looking at the visage, and I'm gonna flip the gauntlet, like my hands out of the gauntlets, and then I'm going to punch myself in the face and try and break me out of the.
Without the
'cause I'm like,
gauntlets?
yeah, without the gauntlets, because clearly the gauntlets are. I'm assuming these are definitely fucking me up. So I'm gonna like, all right, then we're gonna snap out of this the only way I know how.
You hit yourself. You take a point of damage.
The work?
No.
What do you want? I mean, I guess again, I know what you want. You want me to be angry and violent, prone. What?
Manifestations of being in my presence. It is not uncommon. It is what led your predecessor to foolishly attest you. Do not worry. They're with me now. As you will be.
Do I get to control crows in the meantime?
Would you like to?
I'm dope.
What is in you? What do you
Bread?
want?
I don't know, that's a loaded question. I want a lot of things. I want this world to not be so oppressive. I want Azalea to smile friendly. Pierce to not be so down all the time. Because he constantly is down on himself. I want to hang out with Cameron and maybe probably get back to my house, find my family. Yeah, I got a lot of things I want.
All that and more can be yours if you can be mine.
I don't think I'm ready for that kind of commitment. Well, I don't even know your name.
Oh, I'm trying to ease you into it.
I thought you were gonna say eat me.
You are mine.
Neat.
You are known to me, murderer.
And with
I
that,
know. What?
gone.
I haven't murdered anybody. Have I? No. No. I don't think so. Oh, it's just like. Okay, I'm gonna go back to. I'll talk to Azalea about that later. Or Atticus. Somebody will know something. I'm gonna just.
All the color in the room, even the weir lights giving off their last glows before they can be re-upped. It seems bleached. The potatoes are gray. The dirt is a sodden black. Even the kind of dark blue varnish on the walls are a pale gray now. You
Gonna rub my
yourself are
eyes.
gray, but you can
Just-
see that your clothes are also gray now and colorless.
That's.
You jump at the rage has subsided as well.
Okay.
A single crow.
Oh, the music's getting weird
Oh.
and choppy.
It's going correctly, yeah.
You know?
It's not on my end. Oh wait, we learned how to fix this. I just turned it off, turned it back on again. A single crow.
Well, hi. I'm Puff. That was impressive. Oh, certainly. Serve? Yeah.
It hops down, kind of over to you. Pecks your foot.
I scoop him with a little paw. You don't do that. And I place him in between my ears on top of my head. I'm gonna
Nestles
name
down.
you Gilbert.
This thing is literally gonna try and get you to commit like heinous atrocities. That's adorable.
This is Gilbert. Okay, Gilbert, are you hungry? We need... Okay, 1 hurt for yes, 2 hurts for no. And I'm gonna take that as in, that was 3.
Peck.
1 for no.
One hard peck right to your eye.
You do that again, and I'm not gonna murder anybody for the next 3 weeks.
Peck you right in the eye again.
I'm
It
gonna
hurts.
grab it by its beak and be like, listen here, you little shit. And the blood starts to boil. You want me to hurt somebody? I'll start with you, I swear to God.
Roll intimidation.
That is 15.
15.
You will see me hurt plenty of people, I guarantee you. It doesn't gotta be the right, it's just gonna be the right people, right? Like I
Settles
it
down.
doesn't care. You don't care who I hurt as long as I hurt anybody, I'm gathering. Okay. Well, just relax. We will get to hurting people eventually. I just need to make sure that they're the right people. Okay? Fair? No peck? No peck? All right.
Little peck.
No, little peck.
All right.
All right, we'll turn you into drumsticks.
Gets
You-
excited
okay.
about this idea.
And I was like, I pat you and then I flick him on the head. Relax. And I won't do it again. As long as you don't hit me, we will hurt other people.
Just kind of flaps
All right.
aggressively while staying on your head.
Puff's gonna find like a small tiny cup and put it on the bird's head. There's your hat. All right, let's go. And then I go upstairs.
It falls completely still, like when you put cheese on a cat. Just
There's your hat. It's just like literally like a little teacup just on that the crow's edge. Let's go. And then I go upstairs and I go to the bar.
Found your anti-Jiminy Cricket.
you're an irredeemable monster.
Oh, what took you so long, idiot?
Like the notes I have for Gilbert Cup Hat, aka Xenobite Murder Crow.
As you return to the common area, it goes up into the rafters, kind of quietly, bird-like, just stares at everyone. Azalea,
Yes.
it's been a long day.
It really has. I am walking through Realist to not the headquarters proper, but one of our Probably even, I don't even think it's like a full safe house. I think it's just a location where we keep like a way to communicate with the held breath, like
Yeah.
hidden. Keeping an eye out.
It's called a butcher shop.
Okay. Definitely keeping an eye out to make sure I'm not being followed.
Old man Artemis, as you make a perception check as you get near the front of the door, is closing up shop for the night. He is this what's the term I'm looking for? Androgynous? Not really clear of any particular gender.
That's androgynous.
Androgynous, thank you.
Yeah.
And a peg leg. This older individual locking up. What'd you get on that perception check?
18.
18. You are pretty damn confident you have not been followed. You've been pretty damn confident that you're in the clear since that shadow portal. And you watch as the key comes out and is slipped into a compartment in the peg leg. And as Artemis turns around and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Azalea. I didn't see you there."
It means I'm doing my job right. Do you have a mirror I can use? I need to report back to Senior Isaac or anyone in the held breath.
Yeah, of course. Come on in. And unlocks the door again and lets you in.
I'll walk in.
Yeah. You go through the butcher shop and you go to the back room where you've got various creatures on meat hooks. You can't remember exactly where it is for a second, but then you go into the walk-in freezer, if you will, and kind of in a part of the walk-in freezer is secretly a mirror that's hidden by the frost.
Yeah, I will trace a thumb across the edge of the mirror to activate it, and see who responds.
You don't know exactly who it is to keep identities safe in the event that this place is taken, but you do sense a kind of misty head and shoulders forms in your reflection.
I just came back from a reconnaissance mission at the House Carter party. Lots went down. Outside of the good news, I was able to dismantle the glass eye. It turned out it was a front by Lauren Carter to lure highly intelligent wizards and potential effective spies into a group that I was then very quickly killed off. But I managed to deal with that. And from the sound and what I saw, it seems like he was then killed by Lady Orta. Not entirely sure why, but that issue is dealt with at the very least. The Spectre was at the party, though, the Spectre themselves.
Even your reflection seems to.
Yes. I don't think we were noticed. The party was very busy, and the noble enjoy talking. But it seems that there's been some kind of dispute between the houses and meeting a quota of some kind. From what I understand, the Spectre has the noble meeting a quota of death, essentially. And House Krat seems to have let up a little bit after the massacre that happened in the interim by the ocean. And from what I understand, they're going to be suffering the consequences today, actually. What they are, I don't know, but we should keep an eye out. For all I know, it could be collateral. We might end up being collateral, the general public, and that's the last thing we need or want. I connected with Query. They seem to be the connection between House Carter and the Lance gang. They think I'm a fan of theirs, so I'm going to see if I can use that to our advantage to get more intel on exactly what's going on there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lance Gang is another front of some kind to aid the Spectre, but it seems at the very least less murderous than, or less immediately murderous.
Make a
than,
history check.
oh, okay. History.
Once you mention Alon's.
13.
13?
Yeah.
You hadn't noticed it before. But you mention Alon's, and then you think about how you made your exit, and you think of the faces you saw making that exit, and then you make the connection that the second Tyrant Lord Werst showed up, Alon's query disappeared. Actively hid themselves.
I'm just remembering, it seemed like Query either isn't a fan of the Lord Tyrant Worst, who arrived late into the party. Why I can't say. If it's related to a lance, that could be used to her advantage as well, but as of right now, I have nothing more than the fact that she actively made herself scarce when they showed up.
Response whispers out from the mirror. House Carta is performing black magic under the noses of the sovereign and their tyrants. Very interesting. This will be useful to us.
I think we are far from able to fight them on our own, but if you can get them to fight each other, that could be helpful.
Well done.
Thank you.
You are the first to make connections with Alliance. You're the first to make connections with Denier, and you're the first to infiltrate the aristocracy. You should be proud of yourself. As the connection ends.
Is it a sighs, kind of rubbing their eyes? They're exhausted. And they'll, as they sigh, see their breath fog up the mirror again as the frost starts to coat it once more. And they'll turn and just give Artemis a nod.
You turn and step out, and Artemis is outside. Looks like they were having a pipe smoke while they were waiting. And some drunken locals have come up and knocked the pipe out of their hands. And you can see there's about 5 of them. And they're all just kind of brazenly laughing. They look young. I can see like 3 individuals and a couple, all very drunk. And you hear the scrape of the peg leg as a nervous backstep is made by Artemis.
I will very casually walk beside Artemis and pick up the pipe and kind of pat Artemis in the back and go, I think you dropped this. Here you go. And I put it back.
Thank you.
In Artemis's hand.
Look, I've made friends.
Hello, everyone. Artemis is just closing up, so if you want to get some
Bacon!
probably have to wait.
We want bacon.
You'll have to wait until tomorrow.
I want to
Artemis
wait till
gets
tomorrow.
there
I
first.
want bacon.
I understand, trust me. Artemis has some of the best meats in Rillis, but you're going to be patient. You start, what time do you open up, Artemis?
An hour after first light.
Now after first light, that's perfect. That'll be enough time for you to sleep off your drinks as well.
Good for hangovers. What are you trying to say?
That you should all get some rest and sleep off the drinks. We had a very wonderful festival today. The last thing we want to do is ruin it with frustrating a very clearly tired man.
Make persuasion at disadvantage.
Okay.
Baby girl. He's trying to help y'all.
Gonna make you remember that festival as something horrible.
Turns out we're not
A
all
12.
family in the club. 12?
Rolled a 12,
Family
yeah.
Leclerc.
Okay. Come on, Jax. We have bacon at home. We have bacon at home?
Flash cut to McDonald's at home. It's just like gray sludge on a plate.
Have a good festival. And they start walking away. Thank you,
Sorry
Celia.
about that.
It's
No,
okay.
it's my pleasure. No, I know people can get rowdy when there's drinks involved.
Having the best cuts in town will do that.
Yeah.
But if only there was enough money to go around that I could have some proper protection. Streets are getting more dangerous.
Yes, no, I'm starting to notice that.
Hey, just remember, the people aren't the bad guys. They're the victims.
I know.
Gotta make sure you remember that. It's the only way to have the change we want. And they're gonna clap you on the shoulder and umbrella. Walk on. It's beginning to rain. And that looks like trickling down the walls, small waterfalls all around. Drips here and there.
I'll start heading back to the last star.
Pierce. The party splits up. Puff goes to check on potatoes. Azalea goes to run a few errands. On behalf of the Held Breath, what do you do?
I would go back upstairs to our crater of a room.
It's looking
And,
pretty well repaired. They must have had someone in that knew mending.
Sick. I'll check on Atticus. Just be like, hey man,
Big goggles
How you-
makes
how you
his pupils
feeling?
look big.
Excellent! I have theories! I went up to
Yep.
the interim and floated around for a bit and tried a few things out.
did you find any of those lodestone
Loading
things that you were looking
stones!
for?
Yes!
Oh,
Cody, thank you for the raid.
Look!
Thank you.
Rock. Similar rock.
Right. I'll take it in my hand and I'll kind of look at it and examine it.
Loading stones! Magnetical forces! You're looking at the very small part of the bigger picture that I've got going on here.
I'm starting to get some pictures of my own.
So, let me ask you this as he takes the rocks.
He holds them in place.
What's going on right now? As I'm forcibly holding them apart. Like I have to pull, right? Because they want to connect. What's happening?
Magnetic tension.
Yes.
A buildup of kinetic energy.
And if there's no gravity? You'll get it later. It's gonna be so fun to watch the look on your face.
Yeah. Listen. First of all, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, thanks.
You took a hell of a hit there.
I have on some painkillers, if I'm being honest.
And that lines up about right. The vodka.
Oh.
I want to keep working on that. But there's a shop somewhere deeper in town. I met a person at this shindig that we went to earlier.
Oh.
His name's Arnile sells poisons. that
Oh,
sort of
you be
stuff.
careful around poisoners. They always want to
Oh.
prove their prowess.
Oh, don't worry. I'm
They're always happy to give you the shits if it means you'll come back and buy something from them.
noted.
Speaking from
I mean,
experience.
I've never really been. You've been poisoned before?
Marketing's a bitch.
Well, I don't really have to worry about that. I've developed my own sense of. Well, let's just say it's not a problem for me.
Oh, well, that's excellent.
Yeah, it's a problem for other people when I use it on them.
Well,
But
yes.
it's not really an issue for me anymore. I'm getting off topic. I think there's a good chance we'll find some good ingredients there for things outside of poisonous purview. Maybe some more of. By the way, and I'll just like pull up the arm, load it up, and like remove the cylinder for a second to like reveal all the mutagens. And I was like,
He
you
buffs
didn't
it for a
have
second.
you didn't have to do all this. This is really in depth and extravagant.
Pierce
I don't know
Ashwalker,
what
you
to
have
say.
saved my life twice. This is the beginning of what I will do for you.
Well, just know it's appreciated a lot, okay?
Oh, good.
And
Let me know if there's any tune-ups or fixins needed.
yeah,
If there's any
I will.
pain or anything like that, I'm sure we can figure out a way to make it go away.
I mean, not yet. I got an idea for something crazy,
I like crazy.
and I don't have all the
Details?
mechanics of it worked out yet, but I'm gonna try and do some more research. And when I come to you with a blueprint, can you help me keep it under wraps? Even from the others?
All the others?
All the others.
Make a persuasion check.
Kobe. Ah!
Just like Kobe.
One second.
I don't know if I want him to fail or succeed.
I called Jumanji. I kid you not. There's a 19 on the die. Will you let me count it? I will reroll
Yeah,
it
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want me to. Okay, yay.
Yay.
That'll be plus 3, 22.
He gets kind of serious.
I can do that, Pierce.
Okay. Well, like I said, nothing in bold yet, but I'm gonna make a lot of really stupid decisions
Oh,
and let you know what I come up with
for science?
for revenge.
Oh. The spiciest science.
Something like that. But I guess we should get back to vodka for the meantime.
Let's do it.
After
By
a
the
little
way, Fef,
while,
you will figure out what that means in a little bit.
oh, I'm excited. In a little while, you realize you have a few puff questions, and so the two of y'all make your way down to the common room, and the three of y'all meet back up around the time Azalea walks back in as well.
Oh, hi.
It's
Hey.
just you guys. There's one other person in a booth on the far end in a dark corner who's got like a single candle on and looks like they're playing some cards with themselves, you know, like some solitaire
Okay.
or something like
So
that.
it's not Aragorn.
Yeah, right.
Strider.
But aside from that, everyone else is either retired or left for the night. It's like 2 a.m. now. And you guys are dog tired.
I fought a crow demon.
What?
Yeah. I went to check on the potatoes and then weird. It got real weird real fast. Gilbert. Just wait for him to land on my head. This is Gilbert. He is a crow.
Just slapping the sides of his head with his wings.
It's like sending my ears up and down. This is Gilbert. He wants me to hurt people, but he's just misunderstood.
I'm gonna give a very concerned look to Azalea.
I made him a promise that I would only hurt the people that we would hurt people, but and then I give them both side eye. The right.
Right. Right. Right.
I also met his god, and he there was a whole there was a whole tunnel of crows, and then this giant crow man crawled out of the just space and time, and then was just giggly, and it is really weird. I'm pretty sure. Look at the knuckles. I'm pretty sure these are cursed.
You go to say that, and you don't.
Oh,
Something.
I'm pretty sure these are
something. Kind of gets in the way of that.
nice. These are nice.
Make insight checks. The rest of you.
Yes,
Not
please.
you, Mike.
Okay, 'cause I was like, I know these are cursed, and I'm like, these are nice. It's like the pen is blue thing from Liar Liar.
I rolled terribly. A 9.
Yeah, not great.
I will ask though, having this interaction Puff had described, does it mean it? Have I heard of anything like this creature?
Well, it sounds like a warlock patron for a second there.
Okay.
Especially if he's got a familiar now. But you never, according to Puff just now, there was never a agreement or a pact signed or anything like that, like there should be. He did recount that he promised to do murder, to hurt people, but a verbal agreement usually is not powerful enough. It doesn't usually have enough authority.
I didn't agree to the god to do a murder. I agreed with the crow to hurt people.
Yeah, I'm just saying what Puff recalled in that moment. The word promise was used.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I didn't agree
Just
to
a
anything.
verbal agreement wouldn't a warlock pact make.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you just have to be careful, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure what you came across. I don't think I've heard of it before.
So if you see birds, they're friendly adjacent.
So you guys did just hear. You guys fought a death cult. You learned through the rumor mill that a cult named the Shear has recently fractured. A plus B.
Oh yeah, I think I know that it's definitely related to that cult, but beyond, I don't know anything about the cult beyond the fact that it's a death cult. So
Right.
yeah,
And as far as any of the gods, I'm literally as lost as I could possibly be, because one, Pierce isn't really into any kind of theology, and then he's not from this pain. So it's like, hey, do you know about this alien, Zeus? No,
Do you know about
wouldn't expect you
Croesus?
to.
Croesus. Well, you do know one thing, Azalea. There are no gods here. No god has ever been able to even touch this realm. The newest thing you've ever seen in that regard would be the cleric you saw back in Plea, the child. So it can't be a god as far as you're concerned.
yeah.
Puff, are you recounting everything, or are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just informing what I can and am allowed to based on the cursed law things. I'm trying to it's one of those things where I stumble up because I'm bound vocally.
You
So I'm
find
just
you're,
like-
you find you're able to, but it's difficult to say anything negative about the experience. Azalea, if Puff is recounting to their best ability what was said by the entity, make an arcana check.
Okay.
Sorry,
History?
make a religion check.
Legend. Okay. Not great. A 10.
10.
Yeah.
The best you can do is translate into layman what you think might have been said. And that is, I am intent manifest. This is the sentient manifestation of murder. You're not sure
Well, I'm
what to do with that,
really-
but an entity has come to be.
Yeah. All I can really say is that it seems to be the manifestation, the personification of murder, which, in all honesty, isn't bad.
Interesting choice of words you got there, Azalea.
Well, in all honesty, we fought a death cult and we had to kill them. That's murder. At the end of the day, that's still murder. It saved our lives.
It's self-defense from our perspective.
Still murder. Murder is taking someone's life.
Self-defense can still result in murder. Did that crow just talk?
Yeah, it's Gilbert.
Takes your food. Takes your drink.
Just sit there and I'm just adjusting his cup hat.
Dips its beak into my mug for like half a second, and all of it's gone. And he just like,
Just-
Gilbert, you ask before you take things. Or I'm about to take your beak.
are we not concerned about the fact that this thing is speaking, and is apparently directly connected to some sort of murder?
I am
King?
king of murder. I don't like the sound of that.
So, I'm not disagreeing with Azalea's point here, because self-defense does still can still end in a murder. Sometimes a murder is necessary. But this seems like this does not seem on the up and up.
It
And I would
does seem
know.
strange. I definitely agree with you there. It just, I don't know what to do about it.
Of smiling. I don't have a choice. I guess I get to choose who I do.
Have you tried getting rid of the things?
I would say with that comment from Puff, Pierce, and Azalea, both of y'all go, oh God, it's a curse. It would click from there.
Oh.
And then when Pierce is like, should we take off the things? I'm just like, no.
The fact that you straight up blow up on me like that? Okay, Puff. How about we all calm down?
But if you just hand over those...
No,
microdoses, I can
no,
get
and I
over that.
immediately jump to the rafters with my Gilbert.
You
Just
hear,
boing.
you hear Lucas go, don't break nothing.
Just like
Also,
full
dust
send,
around
like
up there, you
super
mop.
defensive when they try to, because it's a curse item, and based on what you told me, I
yeah.
do not want people to take my gauntlets. So I'm just on the rafters with Gilbert. They're not coming down to you. You say you're not gonna take them.
down.
Puff, just let us look at them. We can have someone check them over and make sure they're all okay. We'll give them right back.
I'm not taking them off. You can look at them from a distance.
Puff.
See? They're right here.
No, we need to see them closer.
I will get somebody to draw you a picture.
Puff.
That's not going to be enough.
I feel like a dick on this card. Think about your family, Puff.
Would that have
They
any
want you to-
effect?
I'll let you decide.
Would it?
I think that's
Pretty hard,
That's a
yeah.
pretty core heartstring.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like Puff's like actively trying to fight the urge to protect the gloves at all costs, but like mentally, like, oh, this is not ideal because he's actively aware that this is not by choice. Where he's like getting like he's on defense, trying to protect them. So he's like, you see him like half scurry down, but then he's like going back up like the center post, like constantly fighting. For the love of God, I love these. I'd love for you to look at them. Please.
I'm gonna cast telekinesis and reach for them and try and pull them off of Puff.
Interesting. A contested check will be made here then.
Yes. Give me 2 ways. So if the object is worn or carried, the creature must succeed a strength saving throw. So it's actually a strength saving throw when I pull it, an object that's being held.
All right,
or
Puff,
worn
let's
by
get a
someone.
strength saving throw on, I assume, on your spell save DC.
Yes, it is. It is. Hold on, sorry. I believe it's an 18. No, 17. 17.
I'm gonna let you know right now that my strength save is +7.
Oh, that's right.
Make that check.
Wowzers.
On the plus side, I got a 2. And I got a nat 1 when I clicked it on the website.
You're like, no, I wouldn't let you. I want you to look at him like.
I'm trying to say, okay, I'm only
And there's
proficient,
a,
I'm not
a
mastery,
startled
so.
moment, Puff, where you
Like Gollum in
can't
the Ring.
comprehend what just happened. And the party watches as like Puff's adorable eyes turn like a blood red. And you don't feel any aggression, Puff, for the party members. You just go into a rage. And it's not that you want to hurt the party members, it's that you want to feel bones break. You want to feel bones break like it's a need.
Puff's gonna immediately.
And just a reminder for the party, we don't do PvP in this group.
Puff's going to immediately be like, you need to get those out of here and get them far away from me. And I'm just gonna start punching the pillar that I climbed down.
Hey!
Just full send. Well, like just
grab
full
one of
send
the signs
punching.
and throw it at you. Stop it!
Hello, guys.
14 to hit.
Does that hit? Meets me.
Oh wow! Bing!
Ah.
Get off of there! Stop it!
I'll put the is it the gloves, right, or the knuckle dusters?
They are brass knuckles, knuckle dusters.
Brass
Yeah.
knuckles. Yeah, I'll throw them into the bag of holding.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say I put them on, and I was like, oh.
The only way to beat him is to beat him.
Puff's gonna immediately the roof's above me, right? He's going to use his instant door and unlock the ceiling and then jump onto the roof and close the door.
Okay, yeah.
And then immediately just be like full send, like squeezing fingers to palms, just like trying to not punch anything.
Make a wisdom save. Yeah. Everyone else, homie just made like a trap door, and blindly bolted into it and disappeared, but not before a gentle snowing of pink and purple spores float down through the room from the room above. Puff, you are in a room filled with piddle pops.
What the fuck?
This is where they were stashed. I wouldn't say filled. We just had the parade, so there wouldn't be too many left. But let's say there's 1 or 2 big old mushroom caps.
Well, I got a 3 on my wisdom save. I am not wise.
The wrath endureth.
He just 3. 2.
Oh, fuck, and I closed the door behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like looking at like, well, what happens when on the failed wisdom save?
You've gone into a violent rage. You really want to have the sensation of bones breaking underneath your hands, like someone else's ribs popping like carrots.
In that, if that's the case, I'm literally throwing hands at any inanimate object in that room.
Okay, so you hit the floor, hit the wall, make your way, and then find mushrooms, and you start beating the Christ out of these mushroom caps until you are a pink ball of fur just covered. You know, when you see a bee that's just covered in pollen.
Yeah. Stuff like when you go do like a color run and it's just all the powders on.
Mm-hmm. What activated Pierce the explosion last time? I believe it was a bit of flame.
I believe it was an open flame.
It was an
touching
open
some of the
flame.
spores.
Thankfully, they have not been stored amongst an open flame. There is a small stairway up to a door that is metal, Puff, and your rage eventually... Well, let's say that you are currently raging in this room. Azalea and Pierce.
I think the moment I see the spores or the pillow pops kind of start floating down, I'll cast precipitation on anything it lands on to just clear it up.
Yeah. Well, there's a few candles that precipitation you'd be able to snuff.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah.
Okay. The older gentleman that's playing cards, his candle goes out and he goes, "Bitch."
Azalea does not respond or pay attention to them.
It goes,
They snuff the candles out and then they'll use precipitation to actually clear up the spores.
The room goes very dim, just in time for the weir lights to finally be diminished to the point where they go out and you are suddenly in pitch darkness. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh, no. High stakes, high drama.
The stakes! They're so high! How'd you like that episode, gang?
That was good.
That was amazing.
Excellent.
Who the fuck put those piddle pops in the attic?
Well, they were there because remember with the cart?
He went to the building
He's
above.
like, oh, I'm gonna go up 1 floor up. I'm at the 1 floor up. I thought that I was just gonna go onto the roof. I thought that I was just gonna. I forget we're in a spiral staircase of buildings.
Yeah.
You're in a mega city, many floors. Oh, excellent. Chat, don't go anywhere. We are going to do a raid, and it helps us out immensely. But do please go to the YouTube and hit the follow over there. Join our Discord. Did anyone get bingo? We've got bingo. It's a time. I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and it's my honor to have these wackadoos. These absolute yahoos. These buffoons, even. These phenomenal creators I get the honor to work with. It is my bread and butter. I'm just having so much fun. How'd you guys like my hell dance floor?
It was cool.
Brutal.
Yeah.
It's fucked. It's fucked up.
It was certainly hellish, I'll tell you
I'm really
that.
glad that you, Azalea, talked Puff out of walking out of that dance floor, because it would have been immediate screams.
I was telling
Literally,
Drax.
hey, you want to dance? Yeah, for sure. It was take two
I
steps
was
and
like,
we're immediately.
Pierce just holding Puff in the air.
That's actually the Longshot's first glimpse into my hells. In 5 years, it's the first glimpse we've gotten.
So cool.
Nice.
Well, anyway, I think that's it for me. Hit up the Patreon if you're really feeling generous, and there's some fun benefits over there, such as off-stream seats at the table for one-shots, or one-on-one sessions where I teach you how to DM like me. And I think that's it. Let me throw it over to Pierce Ashwalker. Tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us a bit about your character, Andy, while I gear up this raid.
Pierce is a genius stuck in a world where the laws that he learned to harness so effectively no longer matter. And I think that's one of the most frustrating things about him. Or for him, rather. So he's trying to start from scratch, trying to like MacGyver this shit and figure out how he can get an edge over things as much as possible. But right now he's just concerned about his friend Puff, who is a literal walking explosive, it would seem, at the moment. But I've been Andy. You can find me on TikTok at ValveMax010. I make little memes there for D&D related content. Haven't uploaded anything in a fat minute. That's my bad. I'm gonna try and get on that. But I'm also over on Mr. Dandy DM's channel as Brash Briggs, a Loxodon Bard in Our Flag Means Doom, which is a pirate-themed campaign. I'd love for you guys to check it out. It's really funny. We're nearing the end of our campaign, and
Endings are tricky.
it's tricky, but he's crushing it so far, and the stakes are getting kind of high. Oh, anyway, that's me. I'm gonna pass it over to Drakoniques.
Hi, I'm Drak or Drakoniques. Today I played Azalea or Talia, Effervets, depends on who you ask. You can find me on all social at Drakoniques, that's DRAKONIQUES, itch.io if you want to find me on Blue Sky. But yeah, I do TTRPG stuff. I write TTRPG stuff. If you like Pathfinder, the latest Pathfinder book, Lost Omens of Mysteries, has my words in it. So you can check that out. On Mondays, I'm over on Althaven, that's ALTHAVEN _ on Twitch at 6 p.m. Pacific, in a Star Trek campaign called The Last Excelsior. It's been a lot of fun. I play a much more emotive character who's a Vulcan, strangely enough. But yeah, Azalea's been busy today. There's been fully in the espionage bag, and like I said, I think Azalea lives for the held breath, and I think that very clearly showed today with how invested they were in getting as much information for the held breath. But we'll see where that goes from here, because Drak is fairly certain that we've been spotted and followed to some extent. Probably lost him with the shadow portal, but to some extent, we were made, I'm pretty sure. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. But yeah, I'll throw over to Metro Mike.
I'm Puff. I am Puff's confused. Not a whole lot surprises Puff when it comes to being here. It's one of the reasons he wasn't super surprised by the demon thing, because we just saw, or Azalea just saw the freaking the sovereign. So it's just like, okay, comparably, this isn't that big of a deal. Who are you? What do you want? And then because again, he's a very honest bunny. When weird shit happens, he doesn't know that it's a big issue. He's just like, yeah, so this happened. How you guys doing? And then not currently aware that he is covered in explosives, the equivalent of powdered C4. Yay! So that's exciting and slightly terrifying, because it's just like,
He has rings on. Do those rings spark if he hits something that's metallic? I don't know. We'll find out next Saturday. I'm Metro Mike on everything, on TikTok, Twitch, and Metro Michael on Twitch, but Metro Mike on YouTube. Right now we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where I play a thieving stealth archer murder hobo. I also
It's amazing.
just got partnered with G Portal. So I just set up a 7 Days to Die server for that, for
Let's
the
go.
community, which is dope. Yeah, come check out the Twitch if you want to watch a live stream. Otherwise, the YouTube it's a hybrid content where it's one playthrough. Some episodes are live streamed, some episodes are recorded off air, so that way you get filler, because I am obsessed with the game and I don't want to stop. Also, shout out to Deep Silver, who gave me the game collector's edition for free, because I'm a content creator for them.
You're a content creator?
Yeah.
Anyway, pile into this raid, gang. We're going to go with Twoodles.
Who'da
Phenomenal
content.
Australian streamer. Have an excellent rest of your evening, friends. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you Tuesday for Terraform.
Bye, everyone.